Welcome back, one and all, for Dreamworks Dungeons & Dragons! I'm your Dungeon Master, August Schmidt. I'm so excited. Of course, we have the members of the Harbingers. How are we feeling, Harbingers?
Just dandy.
Really hurt.
Just dandy, very hurt.
Ready for a long rest?
After an insane session of...
don't even do it all.
I know, because after last session, you guys finished killing off a dragon. Elizabeth fully captured the horde with that insane 100% tile. Her entire dragon horde's in now this bag of holding. It will only ever hold maybe gold after this. You can't, like, you'll never be able to go, could I put, like, people in? I'll go, it's fine. But you guys did make it too far away. Again, this little one-shot we were doing that Artie asked of you to try and help take out some of Charming's lieutenants as they take far away. So it's in the hands of the good guys for once. An insane fight with Godmother ended with the Godmother being smushed under Tulio's heel, Elizabeth and Moses cutting down the zombie ogres, Metro Man destroying Shrek, Bob using Shrek's body trying to take out the crystal, all of you lunging into the elevator, the explosion of the crystal, poof, taking out the entire top floor of the Magical Garden Hotel and Casino as you all plummeted hundreds upon hundreds of feet down. Many of you dropping to zero from the initial damage, but with some clever reaction, quick held actions, quick heals, and a revivify on Altiva the horse, you are all alive. Though, of course, you do take now lingering wounds even more. Anytime you drop to zero, it seems to be triggering a lingering wound. So dropping to zero and critical hits, it doesn't seem great.
If you would just tell us who we need to kill.
Right, so here's the list of my BBGs, and here's the plot points. But of course, I do have a fun little gift for some of our spellcasters. So here we go. Mason, I'm going to toss you and Marissa's. Here are just some books. Miguel for Lonnie, here are your spells. And Bob the Tomato, here's your hefty chonker.
I'm so excited.
That's cool.
Finally got these. They're just resources I want to use. I'm going to start also filling some for like items for marshals and stuff. For now, it's mostly just spells that like big spellcasters are going to need or use. Just quick references. I know sometimes...
so nice.
They're really nice. I find I love them as a player because it's something where I'm like, yeah, I have it all in D&D Beyond, but I like being able to just go like, I have what I need, flip over, no, like, it adds this fun level of like, ooh, here we go. You guys are all in far away, feeling the literal burn as the fire and radiance and arcane, pure true radiation washes over you. You are all in a broken down elevator. That's where we're picking up tonight's session, is here. Out and around you. You know that you were in a demi-plane that was pretty congruent to our timeline, but this thankfully, so you're not thinking like, oh, too much time has passed, but you do know you were in there, fun fact, for a full minute. It was a true D&D minute, full 10 rounds. Out around you, you still hear a lot of combat. Again, when you were running here, there's multiple different factions. There are adventuring parties, bad adventuring party, thugs, witches, good guys, bad guys, soldiers, mercenaries, thieves, debonair, debutantes, wait, no, that's not the right word. I do declare that far away is getting too hot for the collar. And yeah, these like a bunch of people rush by in full gowns. But you guys are sitting there just in the elevator hearing this. You don't think like the Magical Garden doesn't seem again under attack. You do know like Fairy Godmother wasn't like open. This wasn't like some like, this is my wink secret hideout. This was meant to be just kind of her private office area. As you guys are now all here, you are all up. I will say, according to my notes, you all have very few hit points. So, Bob the Tomato has 1 hit point. Elizabeth has 1 hit point. Moses has 1 hit point. Wayne Scott has 1 hit point. Shell has 14 hit points. Miguel has 9 hit points. And Tulio has 82 hit points, but that's only really because of your godly boon interacting and giving you that big buff.
I'm only up at 9 because of that same boon. We went through so many hit points last session, y'all.
So many hit points. What do you guys want to do?
metagaming, do we know if Artie has succeeded in making protection?
So they actually couldn't still have their session today, so we don't know.
Ran into some flight troubles. Gus, unfortunately, both last week and this was perfectly stuck on a plane. To which I'm like, hey, no worries. So we're going to bend the laws again of these multiple parties where what I will give you is you hear fight. You know there's still a lot going on. Things could be resolved up at the castle, but there just might be like possible conflict again trying to get there. Or you could again maybe try to wait it out and get a better vibe of once we hear what's going on. Or again, we're in a new session. You could try to talk to Gabriel, who might be busy, and just get a better vibe of what's happening.
I asked the question, someone else made the decision.
I asked it, so
Leadership.
I think if we are gonna talk to Gabriel, it has to be about like how many of these lingering wounds we like need his help for.
Yeah, let's find out what.
Because I know there were like a few different ones where you're like none of us have high enough healing to like do anything with some of them.
Should we make some medicine checks?
Did you put?
Did you put it in the Discord and I just didn't notice?
In our...
You know, you just said it, and again had one of those like, hey, I just realized there was something on my to-do list of that I didn't do.
I mean, because our DM forgot to say that we had wounds, we should not have wounds.
Teacher, we had wound homework. I know, I feel that. Here's what I will say. With your wounds, I know people are making either personal notes, everything. There's a few that, from what I just see in the chat, that I know what if they're high enough wounds or not. For example, some of the bigger stuff right now is Elizabeth. You have that major brain injury that Poe had mentioned. That's a high level magic. If you guys want to make a group medicine check, stumble out of the elevator, just take a moment in the lobby and just kind of like get a vibe of what's happening.
That won't be terrible.
Do you have access to be able to just copy and paste the effects of some of those? Or is that not really enough?
Unfortunately, it is a
kind of a pain?
JPEG, not a PDF
That makes
of what I'm
sense.
using. I should have made it a PDF sooner.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Better than I expected.
I wrote down that I rolled a 4 for slashing damage, lingering wound. I know that I have a level of exhaustion. I don't remember if it is a special one that cannot be restored with a long rest.
Yes. I'm remembering a lot.
And I
of
also
this
have
now.
other stuff too. But that was the most pressing.
Did we all get the point of exhaustion thing? Because I feel like I had that too.
I don't know.
I didn't.
I don't think
Just
that
Miguel
is
has a
it.
very specific.
Okay.
Who all has the broken ribs that, like, if you take an action, you have to do a concentration check?
Elizabeth should have the broken ribs. I believe Chell and Tulio have the internal organ injury.
Yeah, there
It was
was
just kind of the same thing in a lot.
Okay, 19 on medicine.
I wrote down what I have. I have a throat injury and broken ribs.
Yes. Oh, come on.
So I do have the level of exhaustion from the throat injury.
Yes.
But I
you
can't.
will. It's one of the injuries where even on a long rest, it will come back because it's just hard to breathe. You're never truly resting. Yes. If people have made 21 medicine, 18. Most did you make a medicine?
19.
19.
I have 19 as
Organ
well.
failure, not.
Organ failure. You're right. I think Chell may have been the one
Good
with
job, dude.
I got a 6.
a 6. Tulio, what'd you get for your medicine?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All of you take note of these injuries and probably, again, start binding wounds, feeling the internal pressure. A lot of these injuries are high level. You know Gabriel can heal those. I think Metroman on yours, again, you know Poe had that insane brain injury that Gabriel healed, but it was in a meta reason the one Gabriel use.
Yeah.
It's that high level, but in the real world, it's like even an angel, there's a lot they can heal. Think if you know like other forms of media or manga, there's certain injuries that's like, yes, I'm healing you, but it's your body healing them. I'm just speeding up the process internally.
Now that Gabriel's been buffed by the other party, can he do healing?
That's an excellent
He might be able to do a
question.
little bit more.
Okay.
All right.
If you guys want to call Gabriel for that.
So I guess before we call Gabriel, who has the worst injury?
I think your brain thing is really
I'm
What is
trying to remember.
what is the
I don't know.
consequence?
I just got it pulled up. Here we go. In the table, the brain injury means that Elizabeth has disadvantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma checks and saving throws. If Elizabeth ever fails a saving throw against bludgeoning damage, force damage, or psychic damage, she will then be stunned until the end of her next turn, and it requires high-level magic spells to restore that brain function. It's that, like, truly, like, there's a concussion, and then there's you should be dead, but it's very lucky you're not. For most of you, a couple people, I think Moses had a broken arm.
No, I got off super easy. I had a scar and something.
Right. You had some scars and broken noses that, again, just
Yes, the
any
broken
magic.
nose.
Like eating some of the chocolate. I think, actually,
Yeah.
Metro Man, do you want to make me a d20? I did save yours so that you
I
can make
think
this.
out of the whole party, I got off the easiest.
Got a 9.
We have a number of people
Alright.
who have like that you have to like have a saving throw before you can take an action.
Yeah, that's me.
Metro
I feel
Man.
like that's all the isn't that the
You did get a
Yeah,
major
organs,
concussion.
it's me.
Is it the internal
It very much is. Again,
the-
you can fly, but even going down the elevator, you ping-ponged through the elevator on that hit.
I really don't
The major concussion is giving you disadvantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma checks alone,
Okay.
but you will also then have disadvantage on con saves for maintaining concentration on spells of any kind. You know it's going to be a bit of a higher magical healing. Alternatively, it could heal on its own in 4 weeks. I will let you know, on the high enough checks, Miguel,
Yes.
you think that if you were to spend some of your 6th level slots for healing, that might get rid of some people's effects.
So not the most severe effects.
So not like the most severe, where it's like the huge internal stuff or the huge broken stuff, but like for example, you think the major concussion of Metro Man, you could heal, but it would cost probably your most intense magic right now.
Cool.
I do also have a greater restoration with my necklace of prayer beads.
Now that is true. I will let you know with the checks, Greater Restoration is going to be really good, but Greater Restoration is more for internal sufferings. Like think of like long-lasting diseases, viruses, bacterium. You're dealing with torn, broken, and bludgeoned effects, which is nice on itself. Again, no one thankfully went to 0 from big stuff. Like there are actually worse effects if it was like fire, or cold, or radiant, or necrotic. But it's still bad. Yeah.
Why are we all of a sudden getting lingering wounds whenever we go down versus at a net 13?
Make an insight check.
Ooh.
Sorry, Nick, I'm using your die. I don't remember which one's a D20 because there's like a D25 in here. That's
If you do the D25, you have a better chance of
Okay, that's pretty good. Nat 23. What?
I don't like the die. You gave me a 6 plus.
He's doing great with motor control.
Yeah, he's got.
Just like, I saw you struggling with the dice the other week, so I'm like, dang.
There's also only I separate them out, so there's only one set you put into.
Smart, yeah.
So it's a 7. Does anybody have anything?
7. I was gonna. Yeah, if bards have any bardics maybe or
yeah.
guidances.
I can throw a guidance.
I'll let you know. A 7's probably not going to cut the DC for now. Like I think Elizabeth, it is just that natural. Like, why am I getting a hurt all of a sudden? And it's like, all right.
But
to
other
make a
people
party
make
check.
insight checks because I have a plus 11.
I will say this isn't a party check yet.
Okay.
This is something that
Let me
isn't.
see if I have
I
any
will
more
metagaming
insights.
say August fully did tell us last session. Am I allowed to just remind us what you've already said?
Sure.
Okay. He basically said like because we haven't like dealt with the source of the problem, it's allowed to get worse now. So like if we hadn't killed like Jack Horner and all the other big guys earlier, they would still be like apparently getting worse in final stages of like their effects would have gotten worse with like the sleeping and
So
stuff.
this like a-
we haven't dealt with the lingering injury problem yet.
Because we didn't
When we
realize
started
it was
this
a problem.
campaign, there was problems with long rests, there was problem with magical items, there was problem with spell slots, and there was problems with lingering wounds.
And we've sold all
Which
of
is
them
wild.
out.
I thought I love it in that meta reason of lingering wounds. Actually, I thought would have come up way more often.
Well, what
and
if like,
it-
you gave us
um,
such easy clues to follow to everyone else and like 0 leads on this?
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
You
have
said something about like the
right?
COO of
Yes,
Make a
guidance.
Wish. Like there's one more official we haven't found,
It makes
but
it
we don't know who
more
that
Chief
is.
of operations.
I do have a
Any
bardic
bardic?
left, so go ahead and
Are
take
you
it.
willing?
If Miguel's got a bardic,
Is that a D8?
It's a D10 now.
it's a D10. Yeah, that's so
And I
super
have
fun.
one bardic left.
Wow.
It's been a full
We'll take a long
encounter.
rest.
That's another 8, so that's 19.
19. Elizabeth, I think it's a combination of Tulia talking about like a COO and thinking the fairy godmother was draining magic items. That did require the sword of the shard of the sword. Damn it, we're back. To do so, but you know it's like, okay, there was something physical there. Jack Horner had something very similar. When you found him, he had made a wish spell. It was just slowly siphoning into a battery. That was another physical thing. With your dreams, Pitch was siphoning off, quite literally, the good dreams, leaving only nightmares. It's quite easy. It's actually harder to make a nightmare than it is just to say, well, if I take all that's good, all that's left is the bad, and leave you restless. Whatever's happening, you have to wonder if it truly is robbing you of your vitality. It's when you are dropped to zero, your body is in a state of life and death. Something might be truly stealing, like, life energy from people. However small, but again, usually, to a normal person, when they go down, they're dead. Normal people won't take an arrow to the throat, and then Moses runs along and heals them, and Metro Man says, let's fight again. Most people will just die.
This sounds very vampiric.
That was
Is
my
this
thought.
by any chance, like, one of the vampires that we're hunting?
It could be a vampire.
It's cold, honey.
The thing is that we haven't had any leads or know of any of the big bads other than that one. You know what I mean? Like we've dealt with a lot of the big bads in that sense.
Campaign saw that information on Lolth and the vampire.
With Gregor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
that's
Lord
in the
Gregor
Discord.
So then-
is in the Discord. I will say though, Lord Gregor, it sounds like he is just financing the Black Sun. This
No,
this
but just
vampire
pointing out,
court.
I think we have in
Oh,
there
yes.
that he's Alvarado's cousin and therefore probably
Oh
also
yes,
part
how
of the vampire
the
clan.
Alvarado, you know the clans
But it
now
makes
are
sense if
Alvarado,
he's the money
Irons,
bags.
and Evermore's.
Right,
Like
I
those
will
are the
admit
three.
I don't look at the Discord
You're
because
good.
it
No.
doesn't give me notifications no matter how many times I delete
I
it.
know, right?
So what would that be under? Like which is
The
It's the party
party discussion
party
board,
discussion
whatever you
board.
call it.
it? Dreamworks
Party
discussion
discussion
board. Aha, there it is. Okay.
So I think for you guys, yes, it's because the 17 is really good, and you guys discuss this. A vampire is a pretty solid guess. It could be whatever the COO is. Again, this third branch of Make-A-Wish. But again, operations usually involves like the actual runnings of the company. That wouldn't. It doesn't seem like it might fit in a puzzle piece of course, a COO would be draining life. Well, it doesn't feel great in your minds. But you know it's like you can't rule out any of these connections yet because this is one of the more sneakier things that's been going on that just is getting worse now. I do need to make a quick roll.
I
I'm
will
so
say for my
grateful that we
concussion,
solved the
don't
other
worry about my concussion. It actually doesn't really hurt that bad.
Doesn't hurt a
Well,
lot.
if I have a 6th level spell slot at the end of the day, I'll go ahead and use it.
Well, I'm also thinking like the ones I feel like the bigger ones in my opinion are the ones that make it so you can't do actions.
Exactly.
Unless you roll.
See,
Like,
mine
I
just
feel
gives me
like a lot of
disadvantage
them
on
aren't that
concentrating on
way.
spells and on all intelligence,
Yeah.
charisma, and wisdom checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yours is a
mine
lighter form of
checks.
And mine's a lighter form
Yeah.
of wisdom.
Because yours is
Mine's
checks, but
actually
yours
checks.
when it starts involving saving throws
That's-
and all the other
That's
stuff.
a big deal, but at the end of the day, like I feel like actions are more important than saving throws in my opinion.
Action
So-
economy is what it is. Yeah.
So even if we call Gabriel and ask him to take care of like a mass thing on anything that affects actions, I feel like this is according to Elizabeth, you can shoot me down, but like
No, I think
I feel
that-
like that would be a bigger deal, especially when we're thinking about going into combat. Because
Yeah.
if someone is out because of saving throws, I feel like that's something that maybe we can figure out later. But this is something that's a little more.
This is like
You can't
will
do it.
come up every
Yeah.
time. This is
I think
Mhm.
getting
Yeah.
the action issue resolved would be the best bet.
Yeah.
Yep.
The streets have gotten quiet outside the hotel.
That is such an evil grin.
Like the battle's been fun or
I don't know yet. It's
It's
just
so cute.
it's
though.
odd that a lot of the sound has started dying off quicker.
can I make a
Oh, no.
investigation or?
Investigation
I would
or
like to make perception as well.
Yeah. I think if you Bob and
Like
Mitchman.
if they're quiet because there's another slew of people that are coming to attack us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
That
it's
we need
getting
to be
quiet.
ready, yeah.
Let's try to listen in.
Proficient, though. Can I give him the help action?
I'd allow. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you have proficiency in a certain skill, you're always allowed to give a help action.
Anyone want to throw me a guidance for fun?
I got a bonus action guidance.
18.
18.
How's a 31?
Oh.
Dang.
Feels good. Bob, you and Metroman take a listen. I think it's Metroman. You are kind of doing that long range, while Bob, you're doing the short range. No marching. Nothing crazy. Metroman. On the long range, you are hearing cheers, and it is a coagulation of different voices. This is not an army of one type of person, of one soldier. You're hearing multiple people cheering in groups. Elves, humans, dwarves. There are different gnomes and creatures of the Underdark and of different lands all cheering in one voice. Long live the king.
Is
I
that
think we
charming or is that?
I was gonna say that very cleverly could be in
Arthur.
anything.
Yeah.
Oh my
Can
gosh.
I message Charming? Or I mean, not message. Cindy.
Okay.
You want to do it to charming?
Interesting.
I
I
mean,
think
not
it-
Charming. Wow.
Oh,
Not
I
Charming.
thought it was gonna be that very
I mean,
clever
Artie.
to see if he's
I'm
alive
like,
or not.
that's actually a strat. I'm like, yeah, because
I was like, I
if
see
it
it.
auto fails,
If
it's
it auto
just
fails, he's probably dead.
If we do Artie though, I mean, it's the same.
Yeah,
the
it's the
same
same
thing,
thing.
but
It was
we're
just
not
that we
actually
were
talking
just
about it.
rationalizing why you would have done it the other way.
charming. That's it. You received no answer.
yeah,
that
I'm
could
messing
mean.
Yeah, can I cast Sending? I
Okay.
just want to let
He's like, I got
Artie
this.
know.
Oh my gosh.
like where we are, and we need to talk now.
You send off, easy under 25. You hear. Ow.
Congratulations.
Head
That'll be
on
my
up.
password.
Let's party.
So we're assuming success then?
I think the
By
last
the
half
fact
of the
that Artie
sending.
responded to that same
He's
logic of,
dead.
No, I'm just asking because I thought that that party hadn't been able to.
but we're being very
I am
optimistic.
being very optimistic.
Ah.
I could
To be
have to.
fair,
I could have to context.
A lot of his optimism is coming from the fact that like every single party
Every
agreed
party
to
did-
do their side quests, so like
It
we're
would
giving
have
them
been probably
tons of
TPK
buffs.
for their party if they were fighting. Imagine them fighting Charming, Godmother, Hook, Evil Queen, and the Ugly Stepsister all in one. That's a non. Well, because each of those would have had all those baddies you had. Would have
Hang on,
been
how is
TPK.
there also a DreamWorks hook? Because we had a Disney hook.
It's canon in DreamWorks. You
Yeah.
see him
Why?
in
Shrek.
Shrek.
The poison apples.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I watched like maybe of the two Shrek movies when I was like a kid when they just came out, so I have
Yeah.
no memory of
Oh,
anything in
that's
any of the Shrek
unfortunate.
movies.
Yeah, no, technically there's Captain Hook. No, the sending you back is
He
week
plays the
one.
piano in
We're
the-
all victory party in the castle.
This
Can he
multiverse
come
is so
and meet
messy.
us here, or does he want us?
He
to
will
meet
say-
at the castle?
No, please come here.
Fair
He
enough.
is broken, or at least he's gonna be.
He's gonna be. Like I'm optimistically hoping that he's dead.
Optimistic, but well, I mean, okay, it's him, Poe, and Pinocchio versus basically just Charming. I think they got it.
That would be wild though if like they won, but somehow Artie was the one who like fully died.
And at which point we'll retcon a little bit, and you guys might have more stuff to ask. You guys head through the streets. You see written in the sky. There is skywrite all
I think
across,
this one would
far,
have to
far
write
away.
you out though, because then you would have to take over far, far away. I think whoever gets the sword gets the kingdom at that point.
There's skywrite. Long live the king. Union strong. 4,000 gold. You actually see it's like banner scrolls on a Goodyear blimp. Like the skywrites are coming in. There are different things like we the frozen blood first over the wall claimed the 4,000 gold prize. We members of the peacekeepers claim complete and total partnership with Far Far Away in this forever strong union. You see there are fireworks, which scares you guys because you realize the fireworks are moving and realize that there's dragons over the harbor, but they seem to be tamed, or at least in some sort of organized manner. Dragons, crazy, right?
I'm not your kind of dragon. They're
Bestial, yes, because there is a difference in this world of the common dragon you find on the street and ancient dragon, sentient and malevolent. Marching through the streets. People are cheering. They don't know you. They don't know what you've done, and yet other adventuring parties are cheering you as if they've known you their whole lives. People are crying, cheering, laughing. Drinks are pressed into all your hands. There's food being exchanged. It's joyous. As the king is dead, long live the king. All of you see Castle Grimhold up on the hill, marking your way through the switchbacks, which are littered with bodies. Like, even before we resolve it, it's crazy. Soldiers of Charming lie dead. His forces are being routed, carried off by the last of members of Ilvanor's army that joined in. Queen Rayhan broke her vow of peace and said, "No, we need to."
We rolled the 2 nat 20s, remember?
I
You
wasn't
were
there.
there.
I totally forgot you were there!
There was 2 nat 20s to convince her. It was crazy.
I saw
Yeah,
It's
Elle
good.
and I both rolled nat 20s.
There is a bit of a thing for that party of Rayhan was saying, and then can you help do this? And
It's that within 48 hours, we then have to march down on Syracuse. Because it's that if we're mobilizing, we may as well mobilize.
gotta mobilize.
Okay, cool. I'll catch up later. Sounds great.
The Castle Grimhold is alight. Banners are being burned and cut down of Charming. Again, the silver crown on top of the blues, these like blue and navy and sky stripes are all being cut down. I just realized Gus doesn't know what his house crest is going to be yet, so I don't want to describe it yet until he decides. Because it can be anything.
It would take them time to get it made anyway.
Oh, with magic, it's
Oh,
going to be
never mind. You're
instantaneous.
right. I forget we're in a magical.
It's a magical world, so banners are being unfurled of different colors.
And then remember.
Actually, I'll say, it's not even all the same. You see banners of different adventuring unions and parties and different stuff. Castle Grimhold, again, littered with bodies. Eventually you make it to the great grand hall. And all of the chosen are here. There is a great dance. People are laughing and cheering, and you see Arthur, who looks like his head was punched on a swivel all the way around and magically refixed. It's gonna happen. I can say that for certainty. But
I know the feelings.
yeah, Moses. I think that Moses, you're like, oh yeah, I need to see a chiropractor one day. Yeah,
Yeah, just like 7 times Ramsey's just.
yeah, crack back and healed. It's like it never really fit the right way after. Artie walks up to you. You see Metro Man. He gives you that big hug because he's like, "Hey."
Hannah,
Turns you all. Hey,
And he brought it
I
to
am
say
Arthur.
he didn't actually drink.
thank you and welcome to my group. As he points, there are again bodies in the corners, but he is just smiling like, "Check it out."
Thank
Fair.
you.
All right.
Your turn.
All right, and you see he kind of gets that like, "What do I owe ya?"
Can I speak to him privately?
Yeah, make a persuasion check, just maybe to pull him away just briefly.
Hi.
That is a 29.
29.
It's your turn.
You see he goes like,
Like, not
You
even
can
necessarily in a different room. Just can I pull him to the side?
I see. That's, yeah. He goes, yeah, sure. He'll, like, hold you up to his ear just to, like, private
Okay.
one-on-one.
So, our party was like in the middle of quite a big undertaking, like taking on entire armies, and we like,
Armies?
yeah, we like
Crazy,
took a
because I
detour-
sent you after Godmother. She had armies?
No, this is before.
Oh, because I thought you were trying to pull that, like, we just took out armies. I'm like,
No, he said our
I
party's in the
know.
middle of trying.
No,
I see.
So we were taking out armies, and that's where we're headed next. But right now,
Crazy.
our party isn't really in any condition to take on an entire army, just the 7 of us, with the lingering wounds we have. I know you might not be able to do much about that, but would you be willing to let your medics help us before?
A book.
And I'm happy to roll persuasion.
Shall we go? Oh, yeah, you guys look bad. I mean, we all look like
All of us.
garbage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see what I can work out. Is this your favor?
So this was going to be something that I thought maybe we earned.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's your earned favor.
No.
Oh, I can't reach it.
Cool. So you
It's too
don't want to
far.
use your favor on this.
All right.
Okay.
No.
I can put you in the backlog. I've got
Oh
800 other adventurers that have asked me that tonight.
Fair enough.
And because again, there are thousands upon that. I actually will tell you that 77,000 adventuring parties, people of adventuring parties came to help in the aid of Arthur. None is like high level as you think, like second and third level people. But he goes, if you want to use favor, I'll put you top of the list. But I've got like big backlog.
Fair enough.
Because Artie is now king. He is trying to figure out what to do with this.
You can try, but I mean, go for it.
I'll wait until everyone
Does
else
it
is
require attunement? Oh, it does. Okay.
So he goes like, yeah, but yeah, Bills. You see, he pulls out a piece of paper to write down like, what can I get you guys? What do you guys need? So, if you want to use your favor, it'll help me justify putting you on the top list. But if you want something else, I can do it.
Okay.
Really quick, does the tattoo I have use attunement?
Most
The
tattoos do.
berry tattoo does use attunement.
Okay.
Yes, there are very specific tattoos, like cheaper spell rot tattoos that are like you can put because again they're just like quick use.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
we might already not be able to use our Santa gift then, because like all my slots are filled up, and you've got isn't your bard instrument? Is your bard instrument attunement? And the
Do the
Inoki
earrings
Amulet?
require attunement? I didn't.
That's
look
what I'm
at it.
asking. Because
Should be on
your
D&D.
bard instrument is attunement, right?
Yeah.
And you've also got the amulet, and now if you've got the barrier tattoo, we might neither of us be able to use our Santa gift if it's attunement.
That is going to be really sad if that's the case.
Go ahead. Yeah, let's pull it up. I don't remember. Let's see here. Julio and Miguel. Here we go. Earrings of teleportation. No, they don't require attunement.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you.
I was very worried
Because the
about
earrings
that.
themselves are technically attuned to each other. So it's like, so when you're wearing them, it's, again, so if you ever lose one, someone else could find it, and then they would have
Oh, that would
one.
be wild. I mean, technically, if you're not within 30 feet of them when they find it,
Oh,
though,
yeah, I know,
it would
you
be
know what I
fine.
mean, though. Also, Metro Man, Santa Claus gave you a gift, which I'll say you probably unwrap now.
Yeah.
It
Sit down in the
is
corner.
a small little red package. You undo the bow. Inside is a tiny little bottle of ink with a needle and the instruction set on how to do-it-your-elf. There you go. Do-it-your-elf tattoo kit.
Make it an elf tramp
for
stamp because of that.
a Blood Fury tattoo.
You're gonna do that. Santa is the best.
Santa's the best. He really is. Such a cool.
You give Metro Man a blood fury tattoo? That's disgusting.
Hey, now I can take.
You guys
on
all
this.
got really good stuff from Santa. I feel like Santa
Wait,
gave
I'm
everyone
just saying,
something
like, the
fun.
damage output that
Oh
Metro
yes,
Man...
Metro Man is now a true, just like tank. But Artie is looking around, just like, okay, yeah, no, if you got like, if you want gold, that'll probably be easiest. I can write that down quick and just start looting treasuries. Or if you guys like no favor.
Because we knew when we were doing the games that Charming had an angelic loop.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what that was. I want to ask Artie if he found out what it was.
Go. I will make a check. See, Artie goes, right, did figure it out. He holds up, it's a half-broken angelic mace. It's basically the one Elizabeth has now.
Gotcha.
So, technically an angel blade, but it's the first rank of angel blades.
Gotcha. That's a little disappointing.
Here's my question. Can I make an insight check for how much gold Tulio can realistically ask for?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Like,
Since you said Eddie-
what's the highest amount I can say and get a yes?
Yeah.
Just ask for 1 million gold pieces.
$1 million is a little low.
I'm going to see... Oh, well. That's a natural 2, but reliable talent makes it a 10 for a 17.
Gross.
Can I bonus action guidance myself?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you want color? You want on color?
Plus 1, so it's an 18.
Tula, you understand economics. Countries like far, far away are wildly wealthy. Again, a lot of it is basically just made up in terms of like paper, but in real gold, there are hundreds of billions of gold pieces. If you ask for anything north of $1 million, you're probably fine. Second you start saying billion, Artie's probably gonna start looking a little skeptical. But I will also say, in terms of like how well off you want to be. If you ask for 1 million gold pieces, it's gonna be in a bank here. Like, there's no way. Elizabeth only has like 600,000, and that was on an insane roll for a bag of holding. So it's not like anywhere from a million to like I think on a what'd you say 20, $1 million to 20 million is insane. Again, that would set you for life, but even that would have to be put away somewhere. Like. He might give you like, hey, here's a bag of like maybe a cool couple thousand, a couple K, but we're gonna keep the rest in the bank for you under your name because it's just like ridiculous to keep on a person.
If I asked for it in platinum, would I be able to carry it around?
No.
Okay.
Once again, fine. 20 million gold becomes 2 million platinum. Same problem. That's
I'm
way
just
too
trying to
much.
figure out like how much I can have that I can then like go shopping with.
Oh. You can reasonably shop in any fantasy
Do
campaign
they
with
have
at
like
least
a
30,000
debit
gold
card
pieces
of
easy.
something, or something to that effect?
And those
Withdraw
things,
from
like,
a bank
if
account.
I know open a bank account, if I can then like access it through a big shopping trip.
We're about to make magical economics. Give me a quick roll.
Fair, that was the thing, a note of credit.
It's not 13. Cool. Artie will hand you a magical sending stone. This is not a sending stone. This is a debit card.
Awesome. That's amazing.
If it's ever stolen, someone will bleed you dry.
Okay.
So he hands it to you. Is like, all right, tell me the number and I'll put it on there.
2 million.
Done. I do have a very specific number of ghosts, and I've worked out of what people can ask for that won't ruin far, far away. Again, if you go, oh, can I have like 80 billion? He'd go, no. But yeah, 2 million, done.
Awesome.
Anyone else? Anyone else have a good idea? I know, Moses, you had one. Well, you and I had talked, but you want to ask for it.
I'm double checking something with those.
Cool, go for it.
fast.
The 2 items that I'm looking at that don't require attunement, because otherwise I would have loved something else.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna need the Enochian amulet for the entirety of this campaign.
Maybe.
That requires attunement and I
Does he have a staff of healing?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I want a staff of healing.
Staff of healing, done. You see he goes, yeah, we found a room with like 8 of them. We are sanitizing them.
Can I have one with already full charges?
That's not what I meant. Like, it's charged. It's...
Excellent. Cool.
We'll sanitize it.
Yep.
Happy
to have that happen.
3 items attuned at any one time.
Yeah.
So, Tulio, 2 million gold, and a credit card.
That is amazing.
A credit stone is what we're going to have to call it. Damn it. A credit stone to Tulio, a Staff of Healing for Miguel, which I'll actually say, Staff of Healing, he will whittle it down to become a mandolin pick if you want him to.
Yes!
So it works same as a staff, but you won't ever be able to attack with it, but it's a pick for your mandolin.
I love that. Sorry.
Well, because he has access to, like, craftsmen and other people. I mean, because we had talked about if you want stuff enchanted, like, that's something he probably can do. So he will put that on his order list. He's like, all right, money, items, can put you on the short list if you want.
Not yet.
Gotcha. So he'll leave your name open, you know, just writes down tomato and a big line beneath it, just like,
I'm letting everyone else claim their items.
Oh, I have to go after you.
Can I?
I
So
need you to
the
do
Staff
your
of Healing
description
originally has like a
so I
totem
know
style
if I
of
need to
design.
do what I was
Can I have it be two-sided?
You know what?
One
I don't
is the
wanna
face of
make it
Watsukamayo,
just-
and the other is the face of what's your god's name?
Pachacamic.
Pachacamic?
Yep. Pachacamic and Pachacamic. I like it. He will put that in. You see, he goes,
August.
Yeah.
From
I
our
was gonna say.
are angels usually resistant or immune to radiant damage? Okay.
Staff of Healing would allow me to
Then in
cast
that
Master
case-
it's like demons when it comes to like fire,
Yeah.
necrotic, angels,
Yeah.
radiant, and fire. It's usually there too.
Needs that.
Very badly.
I want a life will tattoo.
I'm thinking about giving that to my blood hunter.
She goes,
Because also she's an Asmar and has resistance
Rifle
already.
tattoo. I think he notices because right now you've got the oh gosh, now
It's like a really he has like a body-sized tattoo already from the cutthroat tattoo,
Cutthroat
which is like a
tattoo.
single like rope almost going all the way
Very
from
nice.
his chest around his arms. And then the Blood Fury tattoo is centered over his heart. It's like a flame
Love it.
that is igniting that rope.
Nice.
That's cool. He goes, Lifo, nice. Artie might also get himself tatted too. Gus was telling me, he's like, can Artie take an item? Like, you're gonna be king. And I don't think anyone can stop you. It's a pretty big request. He writes down Liefeld tattoo. Cool. Marissa already told me what she wants, which is disgusting, but it's gonna...
What is it?
I'll let her say when she arrives. It's fine.
Has everyone else gone? They've been in it.
Mason's just double checking something for his.
So how long do I have to wait for the items? Or are they like immediate?
It might be if you guys long rest in the castle, because Artie is saying like we've got rooms.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna put this on order tonight.
Okay.
The equivalency of Amazon overnighting it to be like, okay, yeah, we can get it going quick.
I cast Identify on an object that I believe is going to be in this room.
In this room, yeah.
Can I cast Identify on his crown?
On the crown, which is coated in the blood of Charming.
Wow.
Yes, you can. Do you have the Identify spell? Oh, right, because Bard Cleric. Yeah, of course you would. Cool, Bob.
That's interesting.
Your Identify brings forth memories of the past thousands upon thousands of years. And I'll actually ask, before I tell you what it is there something you're hoping it is? Like, or are you just curious?
Really? I'm trying to get leverage on him.
Wow.
I would like him to move us to the top of the party.
No, the
Or
favors.
the top of the list without even, like, making it a favor. And so I think if I ask him for his crown, this is me assuming a little bit. That's an item. He said any item he could get a hold of. And so I could say, I won't make you do this, but I would like your crown unless you can put us at the top of the list and give us the favors.
You cast Identify.
Okay.
This crown. Your Identify is your memory, so you are tapping back in. Over 1,000 years ago, this crown was forged in the Third Age for the king known as King Arthur.
Okay.
Arthur Pendragon lived during the reign of Camelot.
That's like his crown.
This was, you actually know, I will give you an Identify. The exact magical signatures is attunable, meaning, fun fact, Hansel can't get this, it is only attunable by the once and future king.
Okay.
Specifically, it gives advantage to army checks whenever Arthur is leading a group of 8 or more knights that he has personally knighted, and it will also give him advantage on intimidation checks fighting against anyone who has proclaimed themselves an enemy of Camelot. It's a very specific thing that no other king really could have done. And fun fact, Gus might not even know he has this, except for a little while.
Fair enough. Can I try and get some leverage?
If you want to ask for the crown, go for it.
Just say, like, I want the crown unless you can put us at the top of the list and give me an
I'm loving these mind games because
here's
Nick
what's
and Gus
crazy.
are the same
I
sort of
made
player.
the rule too, but this is something Gus talked about. The only real stipulation he had for personal is no Excalibur. You ask him for the crown, he goes, hell yeah, I'm gonna get a new one made. Throws it to you.
Never mind, return policy.
He goes, you gotta choose as he crosses out the crown. He'll be, again, he couldn't care if it has cool stuff. Gus did say he's like, I just want Excalibur. I'm gonna make my own set. I'm like, damn, alright.
I want the Rod of Rulership then.
Rod of Rulership. I'm gonna double check that one. I'm pretty sure. He can get that to you.
It has a Rod of Rulership or Rod of Lordship? Which Rulership text. The Lordship one is.
Oh yeah, the obedience 8-hour
that's the one
charm.
that says, "Haha, Steph."
Yeah.
The Rod of Rulership. He can definitely get that to you. And I will say he is going to get it scaled down. It's gonna look. You know how vegetable vine catchers the metal wirings. It's like a miniature version of that.
Nice.
He can get that for you. It is a really fun item. If harmed by a creature. Yeah. Does require attunement, but he can put that on the shorter list. Moses.
You mean lion cloak?
Oh,
I was gonna ask for that, but August said it doesn't exist.
Double checking it. I'm double checking.
Okay.
Dude, like, you need more buff.
I was like,
know.
you're a blood fury
Seriously?
I know,
tactic.
but,
Damn, life well, you're good.
This was like months ago. I was like, hey, does the medium lion cult exist?
You?
And
I
August
didn't know
was
you
like,
were jumping the net.
but if it is, then okay. Sad.
Gotcha. Double checking my notes. You see Artie goes, what now?
Okay, so that doesn't exist here.
Yes. Does not exist in this age whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember because you told me no.
Yeah.
You were like, because I asked if I could find it in the campaign.
Yeah.
And August said it doesn't exist. So I'm like, oh darn.
Hannah, I think he counted how many dice were in my hand.
Probably.
But like,
Yep. Uh-huh.
he
I
just
know.
wasn't surprised that I ran out.
He likes the number 10. He
Chance
likes
what?
the number 10.
That is so cool.
Angelic wings?
Dude.
Go.
I can tell you that right now. The only party that has those is not giving them up those on pain of death. That's the Union, and especially the ones they have, they're not going to give those up soon.
Okay,
Artie wouldn't know what those are also. I don't think Gus has encountered those yet.
That's right. I think they are the only party that even has lore about that.
Yeah,
Like,
then
none
I'll
of us
just do the
even
winged
know.
boots.
Cool. He can grant you the wing
Just
boots.
Just the winged boots.
Just the boots that give you fly speed.
Angelic wings would have been more broken.
Still the
Wing boots, easy. Cool. He's granting you all these, put them on short order, and again, he is offering you full long rest here in the Castle Grim hold for the night. Just to long rest, get that off now that they have one. Okay, and I'm just making quick final notes. Come on. Okay. Asked for that. Tulio wants straight up 2 mil.
I have a shopping list if that helps.
Lifewell.
Can you have send someone to go to the shopping?
You might be able to send someone if you want to make a quick investigation check.
Well, but like,
Do you want us to go stop on our way out?
because I don't think I had a list specific enough to be like, here are the things. It's more like, here's the categories of stuff I was looking for, and I was gonna have to like roll investigation to see what I could find in those
That
categories.
makes sense. Okay.
Plus,
Like-
I'm not sure you want to trust your credit stone.
Yeah.
Well, we could also do like a credit on the group fund if that's ever like a problem. Is be like, we then have her, Tulio,
Damn it.
put so much back into the group
All right,
fund.
Elizabeth, the last person.
Okay, so would you guys want me to give up my favor to get us to the top of the list?
I'm not too
No,
worried.
no,
No,
that's
because
totally
yours is
fine.
one of the ones that scared August, and so that's good for us
Yeah.
objectively.
Okay.
Plus, I don't think that.
I don't think that
Elizabeth
his
should be
medics are
selfless
going to
like
help
that.
us that much either.
Okay. I want the mask of the Dragon Queen.
Whoa! Wait, what?
Here's what I want you to do. Can you roll me a d20? It's going to determine what color you can get.
Can I give her my
Whoa,
last
wait.
Bardic?
Did you understand this is not just the
No,
small one.
I'm
This is
telling
like
you,
the one that's combined, right?
He can't give you the combined one because they are scattered right now,
Okay.
canonically. There are some in far, far away. I'm having you roll to see which ones would have been gathered so far.
Can I give her a Bardic?
No, because you want Bardic. There's no. Well,
Okay.
I guess there is one in particular you would want more than others. Sure, give Bardic.
Okay.
Your
Which is
last
a
Bardic?
D10 now?
It's my last Bardic, but yeah.
Do you want a guidance?
Sure. Where's my 4, William?
They'll come out eventually.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. I'll come out. It took me a second.
I apologize. It's gonna be a fun night.
It just gave me a horrifying image because knowing that Marshall has Shelby's genetics, that's not out of the playing field.
Yeah.
What was it again?
D20.
Right.
A bit of luck, but you have a D10 and a D4.
Was it with any like?
No, just kind
Okay,
of
cool.
open. I'm just allowing this because,
So-
Mike, there is technically one you
There is a
would.
bet.
There's one that would help you more than the
18.
others. 18 does beat it. He can look for the red mask, which will give you all the other buffs, and because you're already immune to fire, it will mean when you're hit with fire damage, you will heal instead.
That's disgusting.
I actually
That's the wording of
do.
yes.
Can I collect all of the ones that are here? That
Because
way I
normally
can
resistance
eventually.
to immunity is a homebrew.
Had already
DM
rolled the
basis.
second you asked. There was
That
one in
one
far,
roll.
far away.
Okay.
That's
The
what
others are
Mash does.
scattered.
If
I
you
will
stack
give you,
resistance, you
he
can
knows
from
for a
combat, it's gonna
fact,
be already have-
2 of them are somewhere out being kept in holy temples out in the southeastern hemisphere, or excuse me, southeastern portion of the globe.
I know where we're
One of
going
them
after.
was lost
Yeah,
in the New
Guys,
World,
are we
and
really
he's
about
not
to
sure
rob
where.
temples?
Yeah.
And the last one he
The
actually
world is
believes is
ending,
being
man.
kept
I
by
believe in
China.
spitting now, though.
Okay, 1 second. You're giving me a little. I was trying to figure out where to put this, and I.
We've already pissed off Incan gods. We don't need more gods angry with us.
So here we go.
I'll steal it then.
And
I dare you.
Metro Man here's no gods.
Night.
You have Cracker Jack, Nick, Cracker Jack.
That would be bad.
Ooh.
That would be bad.
So 1 in China.
1 in China, 2 are being kept in holy temples in the southeast, and there's one that's been lost to a dungeon that's like you're in the New World. That could be pretty ambiguous. Because that's like, Charming was looking into those. Would not, I made a check, yeah, Charming does not have even that many resources to have gathered them before igniting cult stuff. But indeed, the red mask grants you damage absorption, meaning because you have immunity, you heal a number of hit points equal to fire. While you wear no armor, you get to add charisma bonus to your AC. Dragon breath, meaning since you have a breath weapon that requires rest to recharge, instead it recharges on 6 of a d6. Draconic sight, you get an additional 60 feet of blind dark vision. Once per day, you gain blind sight up to 30 feet for 5 minutes.
Dang.
Draconic tongue, speak and understand Draconic, and now you have advantage on charisma checks against red dragons, and you get a legendary resistance once per day.
I'm gonna need to ask you to put that into D&D Beyond because it's not.
Yeah, I will either have to buy the item or get Tyranny of Dragons because it's a module, but yeah, I'm
Okay.
working
Oh,
on that
yeah.
one.
Thank you.
I think I'm, because Marissa also wanted a module, I'm like, oh, I'll
Yeah.
grab those two.
Don't you light yourself on fire sometimes for fun?
Oh, because here's the thing. The Red Dragon Mask, the specific thing the Red Dragon Mask gives is if you deal fire damage to a creature, it will now officially start burning. I was allowing homebrew and rules of like, maybe it catches. There's no mechanic stating, if you hit it with fire damage, it's on fire. It has to take an action to extinguish itself, otherwise it takes a d6 of fire damage every turn.
That
Starts
is
its
It's
turn.
a d6 of healing every turn for her. Because she's.
You will have to deal it to yourself. So if you take the damage
and
and deal
it's
yourself.
half. So whatever the damage is, and it's half the healing.
So it's not like so like if you dealt yourself fire damage, which is a strat, you would then get a d6 halved of healing every round.
Gotcha.
But it's like it is a thing to set. So it could be like if you need a chance to heal, but it is not permanent. It's something that's a little wonkus.
Is it almost like temporary hit points?
It's full hit points, but it's a setup, and because it requires attunement, it takes that slot. It's more if you were to light yourself on fire, eventually you could heal up.
Okay.
But
It might take a
getting like every 6 seconds a d6 halved is not as worth it because by the time you're healing, it's more worth it to say like, well, why am I not just taking a short rest? It's like in short combat, if you're like, ooh, we don't have time for short rest, it could help.
Yeah.
But
if,
it's
like,
that very
I
much
am
like
almost on death's door, and I need like 3 hit points.
we have exactly right like
Throw fire.
throw fire at Hannah because then it will at least start like,
Or
hey, she'll keep coming
Best
up
thing
as
is
long
you
as
just don't have
she's
to worry about
ignited.
burning her ever.
Yeah, well, I
Um,
was already immune.
That's
the
true,
thing.
but that's
So like the other masks, depending what it was, it makes you resistant to it.
Mhm.
So like depending on the color of it, it made you resistant. And then if you're already resistant, it made you immune. And if
And
you're
then if you're
immune,
immune,
it
you
makes you heal.
Cool.
So yeah, but there's like,
Nasty.
I get one. Once you get all 5 of them together, you get five legendaries.
Well,
Oh,
because
not
each
five,
mask
it's like
grants
5,
you another
like
resistance,
burns
a
and
legendary
injuries.
resistance a day.
That's really
And each mask has something similar to that effect.
They're
Um,
so cool, guys.
They're cool, yeah.
That's my searching today.
And I hate that we live in an age of information where obscure modular legendary items can be discovered. Because that was made long ago, and now everyone's going, hey, wait. Cool. But yes, you do get that mask, and it was the one you wanted. That's pretty cool.
I wanted to get an item that would boost my saving throw DC by 2, but it requires a 2.
Yeah.
It's like-
Eventually that does become a bit of a choice. For the party,
I would've had a
you
20
can
spell
definitely
saving.
get ready to take a long rest. Tulio, do you want to send someone to get you stuff while you sleep?
I would rather just look myself in the morning in the shops. Can I do that?
Yes, you may. I don't know why you don't trust people.
It's like trusting a toddler with your credit card.
Yeah.
Only get what I asked for, and you wake up with this gold-plated carriage. Cool.
It's like the people in smart fridges and smart washers and dryers. Their kids can access Amazon on them.
Scares me. Yeah, one day I'm gonna have a kid just go buy me 12,000 Robux, and yeah.
And the smart fridge is like, yes, master, whatever you say.
Yeah. Cool. You guys all can take a long rest.
Hallelujah.
Except for Moses
Oh.
and Bob. Before Moses and Bob can take a long rest, two things will happen.
Imagine being Nephilims that are actually cared about.
I don't get to get rid of my level of exhaustion, right?
Do not.
Okay, just making sure.
Is it from the throat injury?
It is from the
So,
throat injury.
Well, that
technically you get rid of it, but then you get it back because
Exactly.
of it. So you don't gain an extra
you
one.
could, again, if people cast Greater Restoration, could get rid of it for the day, but it'll just come back every morning.
Even with the Greater Restoration, it keeps coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Every
I'm double checking, but
So
it is.
how do you get rid of it?
Well, you get rid of it through the
You
normal
have to
means,
have-
but it gives you one at the end of your rest because that's the injuries debuff.
But it's how do you then
Super high level.
heal
High level?
or regeneration.
Oh,
or-
heal doesn't do it.
Oh, heal. So regeneration or power word heal.
So that's
Highest levels of
level
magic.
8 or above?
Mm-hmm. That's level 8 or 9 healing.
I don't have access to that. I
Yeah.
just got 6th level.
You can call on Gabriel.
But
Moses.
again, we got the actual debilitating stuff
As
over there.
you get ready for bed, you find a room just to bunker down for the night. As you go to sleep, I need you to make me a quick con saving throw.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Do I make it too, or no?
Not yet. Because again, all of you would have had access to either your own rooms or even the gardens. Again, because I think you were also
Yeah.
wanting to maybe
Yeah.
check those.
Yeah.
Oh. That is 28.
28. Cool. You are not paralyzed. As you lay down for bed, your body starts to freeze up and you are not taken over by sleep paralysis.
What the crap?
Hello, Moses. And you watch the shadowy form of Pitch slink out of the corner of the room.
Oh boy.
How's it going, my friend?
Pretty good. What about you?
Oh, same old. I just had a favor to ask, if you have the time.
What's the favor, bitch?
Don't go back to Amazonia.
Why wouldn't I?
Because there is much that could happen at the Fountain of Youth, and I just want to see what would happen without your intervention.
See, now there's a problem. So I kind of want to see what would happen if we intervened.
Well, of course I can only ask. It would be rude of me to force your hand.
None of you ever cared about that.
Yeah, I don't think Pitch cares much
I
about
don't know what I can do about that for you.
Oh, I can tell you what you can do. Let it happen.
And if I go anyway?
Oh. You risk disrupting what we both want.
What do you mean, we both?
I'm not one to seek out the light, but light at the end of the tunnel has a good ring to it. We both want this to end. We both have things we need. Don't go, and there's a much greater chance that we both get what we want down there.
Interesting.
Or do. Simply blame yourself when everything goes wrong. Now, if you don't mind, I have an invasion to prepare. You see, he kind of cracks his non-existent bones. Looks at you. Ta-ta. And Mosey, you sit up in bed, and it's that like, was that a dream or did it happen? You look over and you can't help but stare at the shadowy corner where Pitch walked from. Empty now, but filled seconds ago. Now you may take a long rest. Bob,
Yes.
you wanted to head out to the gardens.
Yes.
Can you make me a quick... This is a wisdom saving throw. So you should have proficiency in it. Because either bard or cleric. I think cleric gives you wisdom.
Yeah. That is 18.
That's a bomb. You walk down, and eventually you see the gardens just outside of the poison apple. You see that small little patch. And you see some tiny little things are starting to grow.
Are they ready to pick?
They don't look ready yet.
Okay.
But you are seeing that after so long. You would know normal vegetables should have been ready a long time ago.
Yeah.
But whatever is making these creatures, you see that there is the small little seeds of the cucumber growing on the vine, the carrot kind of planted in the ground. I believe you also had a radish.
I wrote it down. So.
Oh, you did. That's perfect. Because I know we've done a couple somewhere in my notes, but yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Cool. You see they're growing. Now, carrot is underground. Same with radish, but you see the cucumber has just enough formed what you think are eyes and a nose.
Well, hi there.
Hi! And you see something blinks open. Little cucumber. Just staring at you. Wide-eyed, kind of looks around. Wow! I can't move.
Not yet. Not yet.
Ah!
Are you ready to move?
Kind of like shimmies. Nope. Do you want me to move?
Can I make? I guess would Bob know if like
Call me a
what happens
nature
if I
check.
pick him prematurely?
Yeah,
Does he
yeah.
continue to grow?
Make
or?
the nature check. Yeah, see what happens.
Imagine you just pick him and he's a malnourished cucumber the rest
Just dissolves.
That's a good one.
Gherkins.
That's a good one.
You was sitting so good.
You said nature?
Nature.
24.
You know, like with yourself, it took you a long time to be the way you are.
Yeah.
And Uriel picked you prematurely. Now, you know that it's not going to take them hundreds of years on the vine. It might just be another couple months. But when they're fully formed, they'll be really fully sentient, powerful little dudes. Right now, you could pick them. They could do something. But maybe not everything.
Okay, fair enough. No, I'll let you stay there and finish up growing.
Ah, I like it. There's a lot of great nutrients here. See his head kind of shakes. Woo, delicious.
Okay.
I wish
Do you
our
want some?
listeners could see how adorable that
Do
was.
I want some nutrients?
I don't know. Can you like put yourself on the vine? Because I feel kind of like greedy here.
Please don't drink the cucumber. I'll be scarred for life if you
It's something a horror movie. It's veggie on veggie violence. No, you see, this cucumber maybe still is not ready. Understanding
Yeah. I
mentally.
more wanted to come and like check and see if they were ready.
They
So
are looking
if
already.
if they're not like completely ready, I'll leave them.
I think it's that stage of once they're in the stage, they're gonna grow very quickly after this.
Yeah.
But again, maybe 2 or 3 more months is your best guess of like, as gardeners, like, okay, the time to grow this vegetable probably
I'll give
tripled,
him the
so
talk about like, okay, so you're about to like see a lot of changes.
okay, that's exactly what I thought you meant. You say, wow, that's wild. And you're saying I'm gonna have like vines growing in different parts of my body?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
But
I like my voice. I don't want my voice to change.
I don't think your voice is going to change.
Oh, good.
Give it 2 or 3 more months and then you can hop down, but come find me when you do.
You got it.
Cool.
What's his name?
I'll call you Larry.
Larry. I like it.
Cool.
Feels right.
Even the people won't be watching. Good job.
Go home, folks. That's a wrap. Let's call it.
We did
Wrap
we
on
did
today. Yep, we got it. Kim Morton, we got it. No, you kind of bounce away. You see like, bye, whatever your name is, because you never.
Dad.
Oh, bye, Dad.
So does
Technically,
everybody
yes.
become an astronaut? Because Larry's dad is an astronaut.
Larry's dad is a lot of things.
Lawrence Cucumberon was a man of many skills. His father was a true douchebag. It was not you.
Yeah.
Then again, Star Trek also has a Canon Bob.
It's
And he's
wild,
the
yeah.
captain of his own ship.
That Bob rose quickly through the ranks as captain of the USS Applebyes.
Full vegetarian crew.
It's wild. Gotta love vegetables in D&D, right? This is great. Get our servings in. Bob, you bounce away, and go ahead and just give me a quick perception check.
Don't like that.
Spooky.
At advantage?
At advantage? Are you telling me or asking?
I was asking permission.
Okay, I'm like, do you have an ability? Because otherwise, probably not.
You said perception? Or
Just perception, yeah.
That is a 13. Not that.
You bounce all the way back home. And now you may take a long rest. Thank you very much. As you all finish. I know, right? Scary, scary stuff. You all wake up having taken a long rest. Most of you that had any lingering injuries that were minor are gone, having gotten minor healing. Again, Artie was not trying to be rude. It was that like, oh, we're gonna have people check you out, but if you need the high stuff, we've got a line. Like it was, for you guys, he promised a lot, but for everyone else, it's that like I gotta just give something.
Do we get the items we requested?
You do all get the items you requested.
Freaking heroin needle.
That's right. God just only stabs himself. Yeah, horrifying. You guys all will go. I'm going to give Metroman something because Artie would have discovered this. Hey, be careful. Charming had some stuff when I was fighting him. It seems like our powers are both physical and magical. If you are drained of magic, your powers go away. And Metroman, you flash back that in the cage. He goes, it's something also to deal with sunlight. Charming called it photosynthesizing powers, but it is something where mostly we're fine. I mean, even a couple minutes a day, you're good. But he had this spell, and it was draining. Imagine if you could like reverse a daylight spell. He was doing that to me, and it got me. But then I got him because I went right between the legs. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And just it's not one thing, but that's what they had found on. And he kind of does that finger gun to you and him of like, just be aware. I mean, he's powerful. He has access to that, but just so you know.
Okay. Thanks for the heads up.
Because Charming did some testing on himself, for lack of a better word, just to try to figure out these weaknesses. Because he knew Artie or you would show up.
Yeah. You gonna be okay here?
You see, he looks Poe, Kai here. You know, he's like, well, we got a lot to restructure, but this is to all of you that you guys are free anytime. Oh, do you want your bounties kept, or I can totally tear those up?
Can I
please tear
have
them
a
up.
copy of one of them just of me?
Hell yeah, I did the same thing. Because Gus did ask me a couple
I
seconds
feel like
ago.
doing that too because it was that thing.
He will
like,
give you a
it's
copy
great to not have
of-
them, but
and-
also it's so convenient to not have
Can
them.
I have a copy of everyone?
Yeah, we'll just have the group
Scrapbook.
portrait gallery
Scrapbook,
over
put
there.
mine in his scrapbook.
Okay, would that fit in my
Oh, it's a piece of paper. Yeah, for sure. In your hoard.
Okay.
Your portable.
Yes.
Before we leave,
Yeah.
can I give him a suggestion?
He goes, sure thing.
Don't throw out that crown. You're gonna. That could help. That could be helpful for you.
Kind of like looks up. All right. I mean, I was gonna make one that like shooted fireworks, but sure.
Just. Can I I'll explain to him that I cast.
You tell him, and he goes, "Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. Sweet. I guess I should make knights. That's kind of fun. Hey, yeah, no, but seriously, you guys, cool. You guys are cool. Yeah.
Something about phrasing it, make knights,
Gotta make
just
some
too
knights.
funny to me.
I'm pulling up, because I want to let you know all your current bounties that have
been
been
a while since
growing.
we got the bounty
You've done a lot of
Can
stuff.
we get all the money from our bounties?
No, well, you want to turn yourselves in?
What would happen if we did?
Nothing, because like,
I won't
unless
do
you
myself
actually
anything,
want to
but-
PvP and like throw Moses in a brig, you're not going to get money out of it.
On it.
I need cash. Well, because this was a bounty and that was being enforced by
running low.
Charming and the rest of the world government regime. Arnie's cool with you, man, unless you start going after him. But again, he might reset it. Moses, you had 250,000 gold piece bounty. Bob the Tomato, yours was up to 200,000. Yours increased a little bit there. Elizabeth, yours was up to 250,000 as well. You were causing a bit of problems. Tulio and Miguel, yours were both 300,000. And I will say, this is in far, far away. Spain is still keeping this bounty up.
That makes sense.
Spain is keeping this up, but your bounty here. Shell's was, again, only 50k. She kept a low profile just by association. She was with you.
You know what? The world is our oyster, though. There's exactly
Metro
one country
Man?
we can't go to.
You will know.
not bad.
You did not
Dogs in
have
another.
an
Right?
official
Like, I'll
bounty
take it.
Hey.
because it was horrifyingly
Right?
unpopular to
What?
keep your picture up saying we want him arrested.
Oh, that's fair.
You had a Thieves Guild Venatori contract on you for 2.8 million gold
Never
pieces.
mind.
Oh.
Of
But
any,
like
but again,
humans.
no
Yeah, well, not
Thieves
humans.
Guild is
We were
stupid
the
enough
normal
to go after.
We
It
were-
was that Charming
no,
went,
no,
I
we
can't
were-
keep
yeah.
your poster up because that's
Humanish.
really tanking my popularity.
Yeah.
But I gotta do something because I can't have you run around. But yeah, no one's ever gonna take
No one's
that.
gonna.
So he'll give you pictures. Artie think that's pretty funny. He kept one for himself. Artie's was similar. Artie had 5 million on him at the end of it because
Well, yeah, he's the
Yeah.
guy
'Cause
trying
he
to usurp the king.
You're right. He was not subtle about wanting to take
gives
over.
you yes, you all have your items. You all have your bounty posters. A lot of fun stuff. You will see though, as Artie again given that final, like you always have a home here. Anything you need. Shell will turn to you all. I can get us back to Amazonia. As she holds up her gift or boon, she has a scepter in her hand. It looks insanely geometric, like very Art Deco style. Gold and silver inlay, a little bit of brass riveting down the handle. She goes, so yeah, I've heard stories about it. Already found one. I guess it's 1 of 10, but I can get us back like tree stride.
That's
Quick
amazing.
thing with that, and I'm gonna tell everybody what happened with Pitch.
I'm down not to go back.
What?
We're like only guaranteed like 4 actions between the all of us.
Well,
Well, but we're gonna
there's
see how
checks
much
to be
Gabriel
made,
can
Yeah,
heal us.
but
So
yeah,
we're
if you
only
fail.
guaranteed 4. And we're going to be going against armies of thousands.
Why don't we not?
I thought that we were going.
I thought we were just going straight to the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
well, the idea being if you can make it there first, you can turn that tide of
Yeah.
like.
That's
I will
fair.
drink the fountain.
I thought we were going to fight.
Like you drank the Fountain of Youth or whatever.
Hey, Thumbelina became beautiful.
It was so annoying because
While that, I'm like, haha, I wonder what they're gonna do, and Hannah's just, I'll drink it. I'm like, you're lucky it was
It was pure luck. It could have been anything. It could have been bad, Ben. You just
So
were lucky.
Hannah, roll a new character. Thumbelina's body just floats.
It's like you
along
thought
the
it would be
glass.
power word killed. No, it's curiosity killed the Thumbelina.
I almost got you with the gold pool. Anyway, so yeah,
That is true. She
the idea
touched it
is
and had
either
gold
going
finger.
to the Fountain
You were
of
so
Youth
angry
first.
with the gold pool that I had, Mage Hand.
A little bit. I think I just forgot because
Yeah.
you just never used it.
Because,
So-
like, yeah, as a warlock, I didn't really have a ton of use for it.
Well, and didn't we have another party member who had Mage Hand and used it all the time, so it never really came up?
Probably.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but Do we want to go even with Pitch not wanting us there?
I would like to call on our goodly friend Angel first before we even like walk into a situation where if we have an immediate encounter, then at least we can get actions.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, I'd say Gabriel, and also before we leave, I have to go shopping.
And Gabriel might also have insight into if there's anyone else there.
Cool.
If there
Because if nothing else, if Pitch doesn't want us there, then I feel like we have all the more reason we should be there.
That's very fair.
You guys can easily summon Gabriel out of combat. Just takes maybe a minute or two. Eventually, you hear and standing just kind of off Gabriel. Congratulations, I believe are in order. How may I be of assistance?
And thanks for getting us here. Much appreciated.
You see, he looks tired. He'd been running overtime doing his powers. Okay.
Do angels sleep?
No.
I don't think so.
We are beings of pure energy. But energy runs thin sometimes.
Fair.
Well, not to put any more on that plate, but we were wondering how much you can heal us because we got kind of messed up by whatever magical effect is still making stuff awful.
Because I just realized Bob has internal broken ribs and limbs, and you have neither. I just now realized that.
So I have 7.5 feet of movement.
I remember
Exactly.
Yeah, see, that's not normal.
So he goes,
He doesn't have bones to break, and his bones are broken.
that is horrifying. I have
You're telling me?
Yeah, I've just started eating vegetables again. I have no need for food.
No.
They are not sentient, but they are delicious, and bones inside of organic grown from plants is terrifying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bones are calcium deposit with marrow being formed inside. Why would you need blood?
That's a great question.
I like how Gabriel looked at Metro Man for like assurance there, and I'm just like,
I don't know. But you see, Gabriel, yes, you all are taking injuries, which is not good.
Do you know why? Like who?
The injuries
can't
we have are
say,
getting
can you?
worse.
You are all becoming very good at knowing what I am not saying. Thank you for that.
We just had to get to know you.
But we just
Yes,
I
that
wanted
is
to
how it
check
works.
before we like didn't ask and then realized we should have. So at least we asked.
I suppose that is fair.
Can you help us out with any of these, please?
I'll just kind of let you know. Right now, he can do 2 people of their big stuff. So he can either get Hannah and one other person, or 2 other people and maybe something minor.
Who all has action things that affect
Tulio,
actions?
Bob.
We've got the broken ribs.
What does the internal organs? Thing
So the
do? Is
internal,
that
it's
also-
like the broken ribs. I will say, specifically, broken ribs states that when you attempt an action, Bob, you just have to make a DC 10 con save, or
Yeah.
you'll lose the action. That's the internal injury. The organ damage is completely similar with the con save of 15, however, and lose an action.
Oh, who has the organ damage?
That's you.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have the organ damage?
I
Just
believe
you.
Chell has it as well.
Oh, no, she.
Okay, because I figured it was.
So you and Chell have
Chell and
organ, Bob has a
Elizabeth.
broken rib, you have the brain damage.
Who has the best con out of those people?
I have a plus 4.
Chell has a
Nick,
plus
with
5.
movement, you can just hop into a pocket.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
+2 with my cons.
So you have the lowest con, so I think Hannah should. Well, Elizabeth should be one of the people who gets.
Wait, is it con saving throw?
It's con saving throw.
Oh,
Plus
+7
1.
to my con.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, my 4 is what I get.
Well, I think
Okay.
Chell has a
Well,
plus
and then we also
technically
have
I'm
to
getting
think
a
about
5
the
with the
DCs
Luckstone,
as
but I
well.
might
Yeah.
deattune it
Because
depending on
yours
what I
is
can get.
DC 10, theirs is DC 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elizabeth and
Oh,
Chell
ours
have
is DC
the.
10. My notes said 15 because
No,
probably when you read them all
You
out
have the
last
15
week.
because yours is technically the worst form of broken ribs.
So I do have the 15.
So it's an
Gotcha.
internal injury is what they call it, not.
So
So I think
Instead of-
Tulio and Hannah.
Well, can I be very specific about
Yes.
this?
Sure,
Instead of just doing the big stuff, can you heal everyone who has something that affects their actions of just that specific injury? So like it would be like your
with it being
the
specific,
ribs,
I
the
still
charm
have
bobs,
broken
and-
leg.
I will roll
Yeah.
because that's what I'm saying is otherwise juicing up, Gabriel could have done maybe one of these internal injuries. He
Yeah.
might be able to get all 4. That is something I'll roll on my Gabriel table
That's
to
good.
see how
I
good
feel
he can
like
get
I would
it.
rather do that than try to heal like 2 people.
Because if we can get the 4
Yeah.
people who have the action economy bust on them,
Yeah.
rather than just
I'm
the
not
brain
worried
injury
about
alone,
my
I would
exhaustion.
think.
Like, it sucks, but it's much
Yeah.
better to just take care of the big stuff.
I agree.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
that's a good point.
I'm going to roll.
I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration.
Just
Just kidding.
Yeah. Here we go. It's an 8 on the first number. 9 on the second. 89. He can do so.
That's awesome.
You see Gabriel will walk over Tulio, Elizabeth, Chell, and Bob. You see he goes, this will hurt. For the next 6 seconds, you are screaming in pain as all your organs are moved back into alignment. Ribs are unbroken, slowly healed up and structured. 6 seconds of pure just owie. And, but
love
yeah,
that
he
it's
drops
agony.
all those spells, technically, and will heal you guys.
Thank you.
So, Bob, you just have the minus speed right now.
Okay.
Tulio, you just have the exhaustion.
will leave.
Elizabeth, you just have the severe brain injury.
Yeah, when we get a chance, and even if it's during the break before we hit a combat, I would like to I didn't write down the things about the brain injury. Could we just touch base with
We'll do that on the break. Yeah, if we want to go
Cool,
through
that's fine.
everyone's. And
Thank you. I just wanted
it's
I know what part of because it's the one part is very similar to my concussion.
all your
but-
mental stats have disadvantage,
Right,
basically.
but I want to make sure I have all the stuff written
Yep.
down.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I was saying, I wrote
Gabriel
down mine,
heals
but
you
he had a
guys.
different injury, so
Yeah,
mine
yours
would
is
be
the quick
helpful.
one.
Mine's the less worse
Yeah.
one.
You see, he turns to you all. These are getting severe, but they kind of just say it is what it is. Yeah,
Where did he learn that?
I believe that was you guys.
That probably was
Wait,
us.
what
That
did he
sounds
say?
like us. It is
what it is.
That sounds like us.
It's gotta be from us.
Yes. Well, good luck. I'm about to go, well, it's hard to explain. My consciousness will split again into thousands of pieces as I travel and perform many of these acts of miracles. Good job.
Good luck with that.
It gives that very, full, just his smile kind of stretches out. Just,
I think Julio gives the most uncomfortable smile back of the mirroring.
I'm
I
tempted to
forget
hug him
if
to
we-
see how he freaks out.
I think we did. So following up with a past role play I have with Gabriel,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say before he goes. Any more information?
you see, he goes, yes.
Understood.
Yes.
Keep me in the loop if you can.
Oh, on your
Reach out to Megamind.
Okay.
He can help with information he's found.
Thank you.
As technically he can say that.
Yeah. But you can't tell me anything of Sandy.
Is that the thing?
Back when I did the session before I transitioned over here, I had a whole interrogation of Gabriel about everything he knew about me, my home planet, and Raphael that he could tell me. And he said if he could figure out a way to tell me more, he would.
He would. And he technically had
Technically
something.
did.
Cool. He gives you that. And to you all, Gabriel will bid you farewell and disappear. To the party. Tulio, you want to go shopping?
Yes. So what's the best way to do
list.
this? Do I read you my list and we roll to see what I can find? Do
I
sort
would
of go item
love
by
for
item?
you to read me the list so I can just write it all down and make kind of a group roll.
Okay.
Unless you start going crazy, I think you'll be okay. But
So I've got a couple things that are normal and then a couple things that are wild, but I'm hey, if I roll an at 20 and find it.
and that's what I was worried about. Go on.
It's almost like you're married to her.
It's all. So I'm yeah, it wouldn't hurt for Tulio to
Oh,
have
so you
some-
can make lists and choices in a fantasy game, but when we have to do this in real life, we sit there for hours.
Here, dear. Called out. You know?
I'm like, hold on, this was so easy for you, and it's
Okay, you want to know something?
I'm
Making
starting
meal
naming.
plans as married couples.
It's the word where you're like, what do you want to eat? I don't know.
What do you
Food?
What do you want to eat?
You
I guess we need milk. Milk sounds like it's
thankfully,
right.
at least he can eat pretty much everything.
Yeah, I'm
true.
like, here we go.
Anyway,
Perfect genetics.
so it wouldn't hurt to give Tulia some more like ranged options. So either some kind of like magical bow, or maybe like a returning dagger, anything of like I can throw or shoot and do like magical damage. Any sort of explosives I can get my hands on. The more versatile, the better.
Explosives, okay.
And then the crazy stuff, I'm like, if I could find some Zephyr armor, preferably of the studded leather variety, and if I could find a manual of quickness of action, it could be here, because didn't you find one of your manuals like in one of the shops?
And y'all robbed it?
Yeah.
I didn't find it.
Like, yeah, I'm like, hold on.
But
Find is such a strong word.
But it was in one of the shops, wasn't it? That, like,
it was
first.
in one of the shops.
So, like, I feel a quickness of action could be there.
Yep.
That's my list.
That is your list. Well, that's crazy. You say the more explosives, the better.
Oh, yeah.
I need you. Here's what
but
you're
I would
gonna
rather have the
roll.
gold, because then I can look for all the things I want.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's about. That's
Then
about.
have a chance.
You're gonna make me 3 checks. You can apply them however you want. You're gonna make me 3 investigation checks, and you're gonna tell me if you which one you apply to 1, 2, and 3 is what we're gonna call it.
Okay.
I'm not telling you which ones.
Are these all at
for.
disadvantage?
Because of
my
your
exhaustion?
exhaustion.
'Cause
I
they're
will
ability
allow them all
checks?
flat because this is you guys as a party maybe just quickly running out and grabbing stuff.
Awesome.
Um,
So, rule number 1.
Okay, roll 1.
That is a nat 13 for a 16. Can I, like,
Here's
guide
the-
myself, or would I have to choose, like, one of them?
Yes, you will have to choose one for the guy. So that's why afterwards we will say what you need. On the nat 13, real quick. Oh no, because we're making these rolls and you can apply them to slot 1, 2, and 3 as you see fit. So go ahead and make the second roll.
Second roll is a nat 2. I would like to lucky it.
Okay.
For a nat 5.
Nat 5.
At least it's better than that too.
Yeah. So that will be a total of 8.
8.
Last roll is a dirty 20.
20.
I am going to guidance the 16
Okay.
for a 2, so that makes it an 18.
Cool.
So I'll leave that 18 for roll 1, the middle one will be the 8, and the last one will be that dirty 20.
Excellent. If that is the case, for your nat 13, big or small?
I don't like... Small.
Okay. Go ahead and mark down that you are about to buy 200 vials of alchemist fire.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Oh my.
Alright. Could have been a nuke.
On E5, studded leather is going quick. You're in a country now overrun with adventurers who are all doing the same thing. Zephyr armor, studded leather, all that is going quick because everyone's going, ooh, since we're here, let's buy it.
That one I wasn't as worried about, because I do technically have studded leather right now. I just wanted the Zephyr armor if I could get
Could
it.
have been nice, that effect. The manual of quickness, we'll do a roleplay for it. Go ahead and mark down. You have a +1 crossbow. It cost you 500 gold pieces. Oh, the vials cost you a cool 1,000.
Hang on. So how much was that?
500 for the crossbow, but it's a +1 crossbow, magical. 1,000 gold pieces for the 200 vials of alchemist fire.
Excellent.
You're not finding any Zephyr armor, Star armor, because that's going fast. The manual of quickness you're looking for. You enter the library that you all went to last time, where you fought those book gremlins.
It was in the library the whole time.
It was in the library. You walk in, having tracked down a couple people, say, you see that, again, this elven woman walks up to you. Welcome to the library of Far, Far Away. Are you here to read books, or are you here to fight our infestation of different creatures for experience? And you see she puts a weird tone on experience. You look around, the library is actually really noisy, as there are hundreds of adventuring groups going, ha ha, take that book, goblins, ha ha, and all these level 1 and 2 parties are level,
Just
they're
trying
level
to
1.
get experience.
Hey,
You know,
do
been here,
what you
done
can.
that, but I'm actually looking for a book this time.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, this poor lady.
What book are you looking for, my sir?
Do you happen to have the Manual of Quickness of Action?
All right. And you see, she rolls right. Listen, I've got like 8 people that asked me. I can put you on a list, but once again, once it is used, it recharges for 100 years, so I'm getting a bigger tally of
I'm gonna
groups.
slide her 100 gold pieces across the
Done. You actually paid this poor
She deserves it.
minimum
She's got a
wage
rough
worker
job.
like 10 weeks of wages in one. She goes, done.
10 weeks is long enough to find a new job.
She goes, you will have to return it in about 2 months' time. Of course, it's checked out. But no stress. Once again, once it is used, 100 years.
Thanks.
Thank you. Go ahead and add the Manual of Quickness.
Nice job.
And go ahead and mark down you spent 1,600 gold on this little shopping
Worth
spree.
it.
That was pretty worth it. And you applied the rules in a fun way.
While we're at the library as
Yeah.
well, do you have any books for sale?
Yes, we do have books that have fallen into disrepair or were not bound properly by the book gremlins.
Do you have one you'd recommend for a long journey?
Oh, yes. You see, she pulls out like this little bit. You see, indeed, these are books where the book gremlins actually are technically integral to this library. Their saliva secretes bookbinding glues, and they kind of fix stuff in here. They're also just a nuisance because they try to eat people. So you see that she pulls out some of these books that have just been too repaired over the years and just getting really bad. There are some lovely books for long journeys. One specifically, you see she holds up, it's a beautiful black cover with a lot of like green swirling smoke, and you see it is called Magic's Most Evil, but the evil's been crossed out, and you realize it's Magic's Most Preferable to learning about to prepare yourself for dummies. You see, she goes, it's actually quite a fascinating read. You learn a lot about the world, but it's in that fun manner where you're like, oh yes, it is interesting to learn how disintegration is something most monsters have, but it's really funny when you phrase it in a way of like, don't get disintegrated, you fool, just duck, and you're like, haha, that's classic.
That is pretty great. What's the name?
It's called Magic. Write down Magic's Most Evil, but the evil is struck through, and it has that whole like, and
thing.
how to avoid it. You for dummies, you dummy. Like just, it's one of those like it probably was a book originally, but someone else has started publishing it and doing this to the book. And she goes, it's really fun.
And this
I
one's
think
for
it's fun.
sale.
Yes, only like 2 copper pieces. Again, and you see, because binding's horrifyingly cracked and re-glued hundreds of times.
I will take it. Do you have any encyclopedias and atlases in the
Encyclopedias.
same vein?
Well, we do have a few. We do work with most colleges around town. You see, she will pull out a couple different atlases. Now, most of these, I will say, are about 200 years old. We are working on middle 4th age knowledge, but we do have a back order to get in, but those won't be for sale. So if you're interested in some charts and maps of the 4th age, this would of course be during the fairy tale wars of our time, or if you're looking, we do have some of the Chinese era of the Ming Dynasty, if you're curious.
I'll take all of them.
Oh yes, of course. We
Do
can
you
call it
have
about
any atlases of the Americas?
Oh, the New World. No, those are still in discount, of course.
All right.
Well, I should say they've been there a long time, and we know that there are people living there, but no one's done anything on our end to talk to them. It's a whole continent that we know nothing about.
I'll take everything you got. I'll slide her 200 gold pieces.
She goes, done. And like you are making this woman's life so much better right now. I'm gonna write down that.
And now we have encyclopedias and maps.
Yeah, not terribly outdated again. Not too much has happened. It's mostly like internal politics may have changed, where it's like, this kingdom might not exist, and maybe a bit of boundary, but pretty solid stuff. For the party, is everyone feeling good to then travel?
Yes, sir.
As you all gather for it, you probably leave the library, waving goodbye. Chell will pull out her scepter. And as...
I still have that mental image that gets us really close to the Fountain of Youth.
How are you going to describe it to Chell?
Do you remember what it was?
Mason? Not really. No.
I was gonna say I did tell you at one point. So if you want to make me a history check,
I will make a history.
and I will say you are working against your history and how well you can describe it to someone.
Crap. Can I give him a bardic for both of those? Because I'm really worried that we're gonna wind up in another freaking anti-magic cave.
What makes you think that? Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know,
We'll start
maybe
with
I'll
you.
have trust
Vampires
issues.
hunting us or anything.
It's not like you're being hunted.
That's
Right?
a D10.
D10.
Yes, D10.
And we'll see how the rolls go. You might be able to
Okay,
get
so
without
yeah.
a bardic. So
Let's see how you roll.
you
then
can
we'll
because
see.
you can say like,
Thank
oh,
you,
now
I
I'll give the
appreciate
bardic. Yeah.
Roll well.
Yeah, go for it.
Just an at 20, you know?
18 for history.
18 for history. Yes, you do remember specifically how Gabriel was talking about in the North American continent, more towards the southern marshland, very wet, a lot of reptiles, and so you remember all of that.
And Chill's native to this area.
Chell is not native to that area. Again, she is from the southernmost part of South America, in
yes.
Amazonia is what we call it, and this is technically Florida, from what you guys would know.
I see.
Yeah. So go ahead. We're gonna call it a performance.
The Fountain of Youth is in Florida.
Sorry?
Or like, historically, it was believed
Historically,
in Florida.
yeah, like, that's where most of the conquistadors went, or Ponce de Leon, I should say.
That's a 21 for performance.
21. You describe this all to Chell,
Good job,
meaning
sir.
she won't have a different teleportation roll. As the staff glows, bright magic swirls around you, the fading images of far, far away leaving. That's where we're going to take a break for this evening. Thank you all so very much, and we'll take a 5.
Saint Augustine.
Bards.
Welcome back.
Celestial Warlock.
Crazy. Indeed, over the break, we rolled the teleportation 93%. You all appear back in thick marsh jungle. Trees here, the foliage doesn't truly canopy you like in some places of Amazonia, and you do get the feeling it's a lot more warm and muggy, that horrifying humid, where the humidity is like... Jeez. 83% humid today, so all of you are immediately coated in sweat and water. Everything is just grody and muggy. There are mosquitoes everywhere, different things swirl through the waters as you are in a place that looks very familiar. Moses, having the image been put in your mind, and from Moses' description, pretty spot on. Again, you know Gabriel could not tell you the exact location part of this thing. He has put you somewhere probably very close. What I've been asked then is, what do you guys want to start trying now that you are here in the new world?
Let's see.
I think, could we do like a basic Arcana check to just feel something about magic in the air? Because we know that there are things like that. This is an intensely magical
Can you
thing.
try and locate objects of Fountain of Youth?
I could, but I had no idea what it's supposed to look like, so I don't know.
That's
how
fair.
to use
I couldn't remember the mechanics
It would
of the
be
spell.
something
like
we'll have
what
to
you
try to
did.
describe.
No one really does, do they?
I
No,
don't
this
think
is
so.
something, as far as you know, last people to see it were Enoch and
Okay.
maybe Tim in the
Arcana
second
check.
age.
Enoch, huh?
You can try and do a vision.
I could try Prophet State.
That's a 26 on Arcana.
20 state, you reach out, zoop, and a mosquito slaps you in the face as you kind of like, stop it. There's arcane here, but it's also disgusting marshland that's not feeling very...
How tall are the trees?
The tree's only about like 14, 15. Like, I mean, they're tall, but like the foliage is enough to like prevent much stuff right now.
Okay.
It's just enough that I'm like, it's kind of...
I am worried because all he gave me was a mosquito bite with a 26.
I'm gonna fly
we
up
know-
so my head is barely above this tree line and see what I can see from this, because, you know, after being shot out of the sky, I don't want to give away your position.
Yeah, I mean, a man going up in the air is kind of obvious.
Can I just kind of try sitting, meditating?
Moses,
If I
you're
can
going to
pull
give me
vision from Enoch.
a religion check. Metroman, you're going to give me that perception.
22.
22. Metroman, you fly up over the tree line. 22 is good enough. Far off in the distance, your eyes kind of adjust, seeing extra miles upon miles. There are
Divine
fires,
Sense,
encampments.
which that only goes 60.
They look, and I'll even give you this, maybe that little bit of like auditory as you focus in, span your encampments. Thousands upon thousands of them, but they don't seem to be in any sort of uproar or quick move, just that like, oh, these people have been here a while. There's a well-established thing, and I'll give you the direction. They're about 45 miles to your east.
Okay. I'll relay that to everyone.
Okay.
That's good to know.
16 on the religion.
Moses, I will say that's not enough to break into this state, as we're calling it right now. You kind of focus in.
Does he want a bonus action guidance? Oh, the Bardics are better. I mean, you can have both.
Did you, have you already given the
I
bardic for this
have
yet?
not, but I can.
I can as well. But yours is better, so depends on which one we want to save.
I will say, it's something we did last time. Bob, you can actually technically offer the help.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
do that first.
All
Because
right.
again, Bob is one of the few people who may have
Yeah.
met some of these people. You're not sure.
Damn it. That's a 15.
15. So the higher of two rolls is 15? Or higher
Higher
of two
two was
rolls
16.
higher of two is 16.
I'll give a bardic.
Okay, bardic is a D10.
Alright, that's a 5, so 21.
21. Guidance.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a D4.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best party for stacking rolls like this.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a 3.
24?
24 will do it. Moses, you meditate. A half hour passes, all of you are laying Moses. And I will say, Moses, it's difficult at first. Everything gets really wet. You feel things scurry and slither around you. Metroman, you're kind of keeping a watchful eye and ear as the rest of you try to gather your bearings. And eventually, Moses, I need you to roll me a d4. So once again, you've broken into the state. Let's see who you find.
Which number was Enoch? 2?
You're not sure, actually.
That's 2.
Damn. All right.
That's amazing.
I've gotten so lucky in the prophet state.
Yeah.
Very lucky. This is supposed to be random because you don't know how to make it not. Because again, Moses, this is not like reincarnation. These are full people that the closest thing we can call are your half brothers, right? You're trying to view their experience through this web of power.
It still makes me think of the Avatar state.
Yeah.
It very much is.
That's why
I mean,
Mason says it that way.
The
It's on
prophet
purpose.
state is pretty close. You lean down and start just feeling the thrum and hum of the bugs, the water, the area. And suddenly you feel yourself thousands of years ago here. Not nearly as wet. You've gotten more marshland here. But you look around and you hear yourself again saying, "This is a good spot. Are you sure I can't offer you anything else?" And you turn, and Moses, in that split second, you see a man. Dark hair, horns growing out of his head, covered in armor and skins. At his side is a giant, curved, rib-like weapon made of bone and iron. First blade. This will suffice. You do not have to do this. You hear yourself. I wish to. If not for a little while, this would make a good home. And you see Cain kind of sits down. You see he takes this blade, stabs it deep into the earth. Shadows escape out and around, swirling. None touching you, they kind of bounce off of you. You feel a little more powerful than you even are now. You see as these creatures are summoned. It's cool. But you see he looks. Remember, you need to keep me here. As he, of course, hand reaches out. And the staff appears summoned. As you watch a fortress build slowly of stone, rock, and earth building around, and it's not just Enoch, but Cain offering in these powers, building a dungeon. And you watch Enoch, the dungeon shoots maybe half a mile, or 3/4 mile wide, 2 miles long. Erupts down into the earth, and the softness of the earth sucks it deep into the earth, and fire and brimstone itself cover in and build an obsidian vault shielding this area. Eventually, you watch Enoch shift the land back, covering this, until there's simply a small rock, no bigger than the table I'm sitting at, 2 feet across, 3 feet tall. I'm sorry, my friend. I hope your next home is better when they find you. He takes the staff, hits the rock hard, and you watch. A small bubble appears off the side and drains. So he goes, that should keep people out, and you see the water as it kind of hits the marsh. It sinks down, kind of almost glows a little bit, and keep you in until you find a way out. I'm sorry. Moses, you're back.
Oh boy!
Was that Moses or Mason? That's
Both.
okay.
Holy crap, dude.
So, we might have found Kane.
What?
Well, probably not. This was
Okay.
his first place. You see, he was saying like whatever he was making here. The idea sounded like this was going to keep happening. This was the first.
Yeah, but now I know what Kane looks like.
You do.
Oh, that is so helpful.
Or what he looked like 2,500 years ago.
Is
Yeah.
he sporting a red and white striped shirt and a stupid freaking hat?
Be funny, wouldn't it? But yeah, you do. I will say though, facial structure, everything might have changed a lot. But he had horns. He looked very much like a tiefling. Is what we would call it. A creature born of infernal types of magic. And you not only saw King, you saw the rock that was marked about equidistant of the middle of this dungeon.
Alrighty. Was able to get enough from there to kind of guide to where it is.
You can either guide or you could describe someone with locate object.
Yep, I'll describe it to good old
Right.
Miguel.
Alright. Let's see.
Miguel,
Get out. I'm just marking that off. Okay.
southwest of here, 800 feet.
Yeah,
That's it.
Gabriel got you 800 feet away with the vision he gave you.
That is
Gabriel is
amazing.
incredible.
Again, he is trying to work as best he can with what he can give you.
Can we make some quick paranoia perception checks of like there's nobody lying in wait, there are no traps, like
Metro Man got a 22 perception. They are
They're
45
miles
miles east.
Okay.
You realize,
also that, like,
and I'll
full-
even give you, they're technically going the wrong way right now.
Awesome. Okay, good.
I also meant not just the Spanish, but like on the way into it, like that
Oh,
whole
on the
Indiana
way.
Jones, like
If the party wants to make a perception check, while you go, again,
Yeah,
Miguel,
that's
you
a great
know,
idea.
it's like we can walk. Anyone who wants to ride Altivo,
right? Like
Yes.
it can't hurt.
Bob, you can easily be in someone's pocket, of
I
course.
got a 5 on perception, but I'll ride Altivo.
I got
You're
a
on
15 on
Altivo.
my
I
perception.
got a 26 on my
With
perception.
my disadvantage, I got a nat 13 and a nat 1. I've got reliable talent for perception though.
Thanks.
Elizabeth, did you want to make a perception, or were you just gonna like?
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
like I'm listening to everything,
You're
but I'm
good.
like not. Do you know what I mean?
You're good.
Yeah.
And again,
I'm
whenever
like-
it's group, you never have to make it. It's just the idea of like if you
It
want the
helps.
averages to help.
So I got a 22.
22,
What's the perception?
14.
14.
7 plus 5, so 12.
Lowest of the highest was wait, Miguel, what'd you get?
I got a 5 because I rolled a 2.
5. Yikes. I just realized I should roll for Shell. Nat 2.
We are not perceptive. What?
There's a store that sells them. You can also find them through Amazon. They're beautiful, right? I mean,
The
and,
one you found was
well,
on
and the one I
Amazon,
found
right?
had a great deal where it's like you get all 4 because they come in the 4
Was
different
that on
colors.
Amazon you found that?
Yeah, Amazon was doing the deal of get all 4, and it was like 30% off or something like that. Where I'm like,
sweet.
So they might still be doing
individually they're about like
nice.
15, and so I'm like, that's so worth it.
Yeah.
You guys head on
That's
through.
so
Metro Man,
awesome.
you and Bob again hearing, mostly just animals, mostly just creatures.
Can I slurp one?
Yes, you may. I'll say every so often
You know, as
mosquitoes
long as you
land
aren't
on Bob.
slurping any sentient
and
veggies that you planted, you can eat whatever you want.
Most of the time, you
That's
guys
like
see
my one
mosquitoes are
line.
landing on all of you, and it's like slapping
Well,
away.
I would also have
The
one
ones that
on
land
us.
on Bob don't come out.
Well, but like, I assumed that.
Fair enough. Do I need to roll or no?
You don't, but unfortunately, none of these are high enough hit points
Fair
to
enough.
get you
Fair
there.
enough.
Because I saw the question, I was like waiting for that, just
I
to
am
like.
the mosquito trap. Call me Kirby.
You know what? That's helpful. We will not get bitten by mosquitoes.
Those
Yeah.
probably all are, except for the ones on top.
I'd like to see them try to hit my AC.
Within a few minutes,
They just can't
you are all
penetrate
standing
your skin.
next to a rock. This rock has not changed in 2,500 years. Moses, it's odd to look at something that you saw first created, now standing exactly the same. And again, almost imperceptible, but a small concave side looks like someone cracked it, as one would with a baseball bat, and a stream of water trickles down into the marsh below.
Do we know what this water does?
We know it's found.
You want to drink it?
We know what it does.
I mean,
It-
I'm almost.
Can I cast
You know-
Identify on it?
You cast identify.
Oh.
I
Nice.
feel like August is very happy about us wasting all our spell slots, but also this.
No,
could be
I got
really
this
good.
one today for free.
Oh,
Yep.
awesome.
You cast identify. This is prophetic water. This is not the fountain of youth, but water created by a prophet, holy in nature. This holy water, if coming in contact with anything undead or fiendish, would immediately deal it 2d8 radiant damage. This effect will continue as long as the creature is in effect with the water at the start of every single one of their turns. It is something that is also stackable, meaning you cannot, it can proctor multiple times in a round, if that makes sense. Other creatures on their turns can sprinkle this water or apply it. So it's not just...
What do we have in the way of containers?
I don't know, what do you got?
Canteens. We've all got water skins.
Do I still have the bottle from the potion?
You do sell the bottle from potion, yeah. You can fill a vial.
Should I fill a vial?
Fill it.
I was about to say, I want us to.
Yeah, you
as much as we
get
can.
16 ounces.
I'm gonna empty my water skin.
It's
Yeah.
technically it's called holy
Which is
water, but it's holy water, but it's a little bit more powerful in terms of like the radiance it can deal. And again, it is something where if something was being dunked in and out multiple times in the course of a round, it would apply any time they went in and came out.
We just baptize Alvarado in this.
Now, of course, if we're talking D&D terms, how many times it takes maybe an action to put something in and an object to
But
But
it
if
is
everyone was like bullying one dude,
one person, you could. To not be cruel, Bob. Every single person could take their action and object interaction to dunk you, and that would be what 6 times in a turn.
let's not do that.
We would not.
So
have
6
Bob.
times 2, 12d8 of radiant damage in a single turn. Could get really bad.
It's under flask. How much would a potion bottle be?
Single flask, yeah.
Just single.
Most flasks are about the
What is it
same.
called again?
Holy water.
Holy water.
But again, using identify, it's slightly buffer stats and with that like multiple conditions.
How many flasks would a water skin hold?
1.
A potion bottle holds more than a water
Again,
skin?
D&D says potion bottles, vials,
Potion
flasks
bottles
are
is
all
one.
kind of the same.
Mine
Okay.
was just one too.
Mhm.
That's fine.
Just 1.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
5 copies.
If everyone's
Five.
okay with it, I'm probably gonna leave my regular water.
Hey Bob, yeah, you hey, go ahead real quick, mark down a 3rd level spell slot lost.
What?
No reason.
Because he's too close to it?
You don't know. And I will say,
My proximity, that's broken.
that's something metagame you know. That is not something Bob might know.
Okay.
Oh, yikes.
So identify wouldn't tell me anything
Identify
about...
might not, because again, right now you're getting the physical properties of the water and the magical effects they can deal when you touch them.
Well, how do we get down?
Well,
Dig, 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 dig.
I will say, Moses, you feel the staff growing hot on your back, the 2 pieces.
Ah.
If you
I'm
like
gonna pull
dunk
it
the
off.
staff in the water, will it heal?
No. This is great.
I had to
I will
ask.
say, but Moses, you can try. You
You
put the 2
understand why I
pieces
had to
under the
ask.
water, try to combine them. It does not heal the staff.
okay.
But as the 2 pieces of the staff next to the rock, you feel the side of the rock has sunk 5 feet into the ground. All of you kind of walk around and see the 5-foot hole has opened up and is leading down in a tight spiral staircase. There is water slicking the top of it, making it difficult terrain, but you could all start descending, but it is pitch black down there.
Okay.
Dark vision.
Dark vision, Elizabeth, you
Dragon
light
sense
up. Use your hand to ignite a flame. That'll act kind of like a torch right now.
Yeah, I'll use the light cantrip.
And use the light cantrip. So you've got a couple modes of light, a couple of dark vision, just covering those
Yeah.
corners.
I'll use my winged boots to fly.
Cool. So no difficult
I will
terrain.
also fly.
Do the wing boots have a timer on them? Or are those
4 hours.
4 hours? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Which I doubt you're going to be flying for 4 hours before you take a long rest and recharge it.
Yeah.
You all
That's why they're
descend
somehow better than the wings of flying, which
into
are rare
the
items.
darkness. As you descend, you travel those many hundreds upon hundreds of feet that Moses, you saw the dungeon sink and realize it has sunk further over the millenniums. Eventually, after, here's what I needed to mark down, 1 hour of climbing downwards, you eventually reach a open, wide room that sprawls out. The walls made of blackened obsidian, again, heated rock that was formed in its creation that Moses saw. All around you are are different doorways. On a quick precursory glance, you're counting maybe a couple dozen. Each of them seem very similar. Simple pillars on either side, torches now extinguished as everything down here is wet. There's about an inch of water in this initial chamber right now on the ground. So not enough now to cause disadvantage in a difficult terrain, but enough that it is present.
Don't like that because I would.
Out of these
suggest
couple
that it
dozen
is possible
doorways,
for it to
what do
fly.
you guys want to do now that you're here?
I'll use a divine sense real quick.
Heavy divine magic. This place was hallowed.
Was.
It is now desecrated.
Crap, I was worried you were gonna say that.
The king busted out.
As enough if I kind of already clued you in based on your conversation, but that would have told you here. It's like something was kept here at one point, but now is not. With your divine sense again, it's not terribly big right now. Walking around the doorways, you're noticing there's no like immediate senses too. You're not like finding anything that would be like undead or fiendish coming out of any of the doorways, but you are noticing as you come to the doorways there's this like suction of air, like tunnels that are being drawn down to other places, egress points of air that push out. And that's all you get on the divine sense.
X-ray vision.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Does your X-ray vision?
100 feet of stone, 50 inches of common metal, or up to 120 feet of littered dirt.
Excellent. Common, it says?
So lead blocks completely.
Okay, it's not lead.
Okay.
It is mostly just obsidian.
And like
stone,
I would
other-
say mithril and adamantine, because those aren't common, would probably
have-
hinder it.
a good enough reason. Here's what you'll immediately notice. This place is highly magical. Because with 100 feet, you'll notice some of these tunnels, after a while, at first you're like, is it just that I can't see the X-ray? They do just seem to disappear. Not even dead ending, just spaces of maybe magical teleportation, that transmutation of space and time into something else. A few of the tunnels wrap in on themselves, and there are 5 that you're noticing not only dead end, but the water seems to get a little bit deeper.
Yep. That's not good.
Not exponentially, but instead of the 1 inch, maybe about 3.
Is any of the water flowing?
The ones in the 5 tunnels are. The others are all a little bit more stagnant.
So if we go upstream.
Upstream, yeah, or do you mean downstream? Because upstream would be going back up towards the rock.
Okay.
Downstream would be following these 5 tunnels that are flowing somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was thinking like if the Fountain of Youth was.
Fountain of Youth
Overflowing.
might be the basin.
Yeah.
Are we wanting to split up?
I really don't
Do
think
we-
that's a good idea.
Do we need to check every tunnel?
There are 5 that lead down.
Okay.
There
5
are at least 18 others that simply just
Don't.
They curve around, they go, or they go into extra dimensional spaces that you don't know what's on the other side of.
Okay. Yeah. And I only get the X-ray vision for the 10 minutes, which I assume it takes me to kind of get all
I will
this
say
information.
you're exactly
So
right.
my
But
X-ray
it
vision
is
for
one
this
of
long
those.
rest is.
But it
getting all
is
that for
perfect
this
where
floor.
it gives you the 5 that you're like,
Yeah.
these are the ones to look at.
If we could at least go in like pairs or something, then maybe. But 5 is too many for us to really.
There's
split.
7 PCs without TiVo, making 8 total.
Yeah.
We roll a
Which
d10
we-
and see.
You good?
Good.
Yeah.
Roll to fate.
Watch us all go down the same.
Who wants to roll the? Oh, do you all want to roll a d10 to see which ones go
Oh,
down?
I thought you meant
Or
of,
roll a
like, which
D10
one
to
we
see
all
which
want to
go
go
first.
down.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah. That's
let's
smart.
roll the d10 this time.
I mean, he's got the X-ray vision.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
will
like
say
he's
yeah.
leading the party.
Go ahead
See,
and
that's
roll
good
me
in
the
story reason.
d10.
8.
Perfect.
So number 4,
Real
right?
quick, what's next to an 8 on a d10?
Actually,
That'd be
question.
number 3.
You can
Question.
do 10, 3. Oh, which way?
Wait, hang on. I thought there were only 5
Anyway.
tunnels we were checking out. Why are we rolling a D10?
D10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So
Oh, I see.
there's 10, 4, 3,
Because there's no such thing as a
7.
D5.
Yep, 10, 4, 3, or 7.
Can you
Nice.
make me a quick charisma saving throw?
A saving throw?
Charisma save. Yeah.
It's the curse.
The curse is trying to
Oh,
activate.
yeah.
Hey, you want to be around me?
I mean, we're
most
all pretty
3
clustered, right?
plus 3. Well,
Yeah.
let's see. mean, otherwise it was what, 7?
So
Or,
you have 10, 4, 3, and 7.
3 and 7, okay.
And 3 and 4 do the same
With
door.
the aura,
8 and
that's
7
a
do the
total
same
of
door.
14.
So it's 4, 8, and 10.
With the aura, it's a total of 14 for my save.
Perfect.
So
Let's
4,
make-
8, and 10 are the different
Let's
doors.
make it a 3.
Make it a 3.
you have a D10 though. If you want to mark that down.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Are there any creatures down here, like rats or cockroaches or anything?
I'm not hearing any movement. Just the subtle sounds of water moving.
Okay, so instead of that door, I get the sinking feeling we should go down that door.
You pick out of the 5 tunnels. You pick the second one instead of the fourth. You all walk down the tunnel, and time passes not terribly. Enough again. The X-ray vision kind of fades.
Also, I'm using the telepathic bond in case we get split up. We can still
Can
talk
someone
to
roll
each
me a
other.
D4 real quick?
I'll roll it.
Okay.
You gonna roll? Thank you.
I will not roll it.
Hey, all the dice roll.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, I got a-
What? All but the D.
I got a 4.
4. Cool.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Don't say that.
40 minutes will elapse as you travel. All of you see that as you all travel, you're keeping a close eye, but as your vision loses one or the other, you all find yourselves alone in this tunnel.
Separated? Is that what you're saying?
Who's got
I need to know.
Yeah, who had
I
me?
did
was in
who do you
someone's
want
pocket.
to be
scoop you up, but you can just hop to
You
someone
would
else.
have been in the pocket, that is correct.
Okay.
So I do have to make a check for that.
See if you just end up on the floor.
Yeah.
Bob, you
I found a hole in the pocket.
do realize as you're in the pocket watching, you turn around seeing like, what's that in the noise? And Bob, you're standing on dry ground. You realize 10 feet away from you is the pools of water that could damage you. Bob, I need to know, what is your chosen god, religion, or belief? As Bob the Tomato.
That's a difficult
Wouldn't it
question
be-
these days.
Uriel?
Okay.
That's right.
You see an angelic statue, faceless. Bomb.
Oh no, the weeping angels.
You see the statue
now.
looks at you, and in your mind you hear, "Are you good?"
Yeah.
Do you believe it?
Yeah, I think so.
You feel the statue. Then you may pass. And Bob, as you look at the statue, you hear. You turn around and realize there was a stone door kind of off in the darkness that is now open. You turn back around, the angel statue is gone.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep walking.
Here we go. Tulio
That's
and
kinda
Miguel.
creepy.
What god, religion, or belief do you two subscribe to?
Yourselves?
Like, I think it's kind of a mix for Miguel. It's like, of course I believe in myself, but also, more than anything, it's belief in people being able to shape their destiny.
You believe more in the religion of people in this
Yeah.
society.
Yeah, for Tulio it's weird because it's that like
I like rocks.
he then technically believes in a lot of stuff now, but that's different
So
from like
much you have to
putting
like
your
to know
faith
what
in
they are.
something or like really
Right?
subscribing to an
believing
ideology.
something is one thing, but faith is the key
Yeah.
word here. What would your character's faith be? Like, what do they? What all chips are down? What is that? What doesn't shake?
Mm-hmm.
Or what does shake? Right? What is the branch that you cling to that might be loose?
I think in a way it would be that sort of as much of the bit of tell high yourself, but in that sense of that like, yeah, the world is much bigger and scarier and more like magical than I thought it was, but the whole like me and Miguel becoming gods thing like that proves like we can like whatever however big the world gets, like we can then deal with it. Like I as a person can overcome the crazy metaphysical whatever because it's like no, I'm just gonna like keep doing what I do.
Yeah.
Both of you enter into a room. You see the other walking towards you, and again, a bit alarming where you thought you were walking together and suddenly you see the other walking towards you. The room seems empty. Again, water may be about 10 feet away from each of you. There's no statue, but you simply hear the words in your mind. Do you trust one another?
Oh, yeah.
Then you may pass.
I like these tests.
It's a lot easier
Once
than the
again.
last one, right? Like, unless it's a trick question.
Door opens. You may walk through.
I think I'm gonna kind of like grab Miguel and make sure we don't get like separated
Yeah,
again. That vibe
we're
of
just
like
linking arms. Nothing weird.
nothing weird here, nothing to see here, gang.
Metro Man.
Oh, Chill isn't with
Metro Man.
us.
Oh,
What
probably
is
'cause it
your
felt like
favorite
you can't really
thing?
know without her good
That's
answer.
just kind of sad.
Determination. Unyielding resolution.
You walk through, finding yourself in the space, water about 10 feet away. You see a statue of yourself. It's as if it was drugged here from Metro City. You hear the voice.
Yeah, we kind of are.
Do you have what it takes?
Whatever it takes.
Does Metro Man believe that? It sounds odd. Not that I wasn't going to question Tula and Miguel, but yes, you'd both trust each other.
Yeah.
Because these are a bit different for everyone right now.
It was the
Do you
one
trust
tricky
yourself?
question you could have asked them, but like the only person, the answer will always auto be yes.
Mhm.
No, he doesn't.
Metro Man.
The water around you, you don't hear it, but you feel soft wave. You look down. The water is now around your feet. Maybe an inch, but it is filled. You hear. Then why should you pass?
At least you were honest.
Moses, do you still believe and have faith in Zephyr?
I'd say yeah.
When you walk forward and see a statue of the Lord or the God, these, again, very formless. Like if the angel was like faces, this is just, well, that's humanoid. The figure stands, this giant statue, and you hear, pass. As you are free to pass.
Alright. Bonus being a prophet.
Might be a bonus being a prophet in a dungeon made by a prophet.
Yeah.
Metro Man, we return to you. The water has risen, and you hear. What will you give to pass?
I'd give myself for this world.
Do you believe that?
He does believe that.
Go ahead and mark down 15 hit points. As you feel a bit of. This is technically 15 points of radiant damage as the water kind of drains a little bit from you.
Okay.
And you feel, then you may pass. Stone door opens and you can walk through. All of you walk out seemingly together back into this smaller chamber, not the one you came in, but you realize there is now only one tunnel forward.
Was I supposed to do this, or did I pass somehow magic?
I messed that one up.
I'm willing not to
Everyone
do it.
is here. Elizabeth is dead.
I was
Elizabeth.
good.
Do you remember
Elizabeth.
that would be how he played
What?
it if he had somebody sneakily attack her when we weren't around and didn't know?
Yeah, that's true. No, that's completely
Yeah.
true. Elizabeth, what god, religion, or belief do you subscribe to?
I feel like in the past however long we've been together, she's seen every single god that could possibly be at this point.
Long life, yeah.
So I feel like she's like, whatever god exists, they exist. Like,
So what is
Soft
your
rating.
Sometimes.
If you are agnostic, that is a choice of like. Again, everyone always says, "How can you be atheist in D&D?" Well, you can know God's exist and just say, "But they don't hold power for me."
But again, that was exactly how I was playing it for the first half of this season.
And then it was like,
All
And then I kinda
and
got-
all. I have respect for all.
If they
of
hold
them.
equal power,
Is that horrible?
Elizabeth,
No,
you walk in.
it's like very logical for D&D.
The water's 10 feet away. And you see you are in a room with nothing but yourself. And eventually here. Why are you here?
That's true.
That's actually a great question at this point.
For her specifically, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Because she got
the
what she
fountain
wanted.
of, well, the fountain of youth is like a spiritual thing. She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't like have a.
Spiritual reason.
Yeah.
I would rather it be in the hands of the prophet than in the hands of someone who uses it for ill.
I have two questions for you. Not only do you believe that, do you think it should be in your hands?
Oh.
I am a dragon. I believe that if it were given to me, I would not deny it, but I would not willingly take it. It is not mine to take, but if someone gave it to me, I would accept it.
Immortality is neither given nor taken. It exists for those who find it. The stone door will open, but I need you to mark down that as you have to walk through just a little bit of water again, you splash through and feel it is uncomfortably warm. And for someone immune to fire, it's odd to feel heat. It won't do anything mechanically yet, but please make sure to know that the water is getting warm. Now all of you appear.
So we'll just do Chell retroactively.
Chell, get to
Okay.
we will never know. Here we go. You all walk through. The next one you see, as passing through these tunnels, I need someone to roll me another d4.
I got you. That is a 3.
Cool. Another 30 minutes will have passed. It's been about 2 hours and 10 minutes since you first entered the dungeon.
I hate that you're keeping track of time because I feel like that's like how long we have then until someone next
Right.
shows up.
Who knows? You enter a room. I need everyone to roll initiative. As you enter this room, all of you will immediately clock that something needs to be done. Again, adventuring, your fight or flight instincts are kicking into high gear.
That's an at 20.
Nice.
Is initiative an ability check?
Initiative is an ability check.
Okay.
So
So technically disadvantage. Nat 20 for Moses. This is going to be really good. Because that means you're getting above the initiative count 20 of the thing in the room.
I got a 23.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, anyone else 20s or higher?
Okay, it would have been if I didn't have disadvantage.
Cool. 15s or higher? Elizabeth?
Oh, I have disadvantage.
16?
Yep. Thank you for that reminder.
Bob, what'd you?
5.
Nice.
So never mind, I got an 8.
8, Metroman?
Hey, same.
Hey!
Hey, the
3
8
of us,
crew!
okay.
Alright!
triple eights.
8.
At least it's not 6s.
Yeah.
Could've been.
Yeah.
Actually, would something wild have happened on a 6 of this?
Cain is summoned.
Whenever 3
Yo!
6s are rolled, I usually make a check because
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little
You're a little
suspicious.
suspicious.
A little suspicious. Moses, on initiative count 20, all of you see basin, middle of the room, viscous, blood red liquid in the middle, and it is draining. Moses, I will let you know. By getting the initiative count 20, there will be a real timer in real life. You know, for every hit point of blood you put in it, That's 6 seconds I add to a real-world timer before you guys are allowed to read the inscription on the basin.
Yeah,
This
So
is
we
be-
need to bleed into it.
This
to
is
get
because
time?
Moses is a prophet. You can take turns. It has to be an initiative, so no one can just do it. So if you've done it, you have to wait until the next person initiative either gives blood or passes their turn, or heals. But real blood has to be dropped in.
Okay.
There are 6
Do we have that
seconds.
decanter of liquids?
Cannot do this blood.
Dang it.
And I'm only giving this
Do
because
you not
Moses
technically
is the
have blood?
prophet. That's what I'm saying. Your nat 20 is perfect
I don't
because it's
think
happening
so. 'Cause I don't think you
before
have
the
blood.
I
initiative
think
count,
canonically
I think
have
you
to
can.
be.
which is when this
Yeah.
timer starts.
So I don't
Okay.
think you're allowed to bleed.
That's okay with me.
So, Moses, are you putting any hit points in?
I'll dump 5 hit points. into
5 hit
this.
points. Real 30 seconds on the clock. Elizabeth is next. I will now read you the inscription. Timer starts. I am always hungry and will die if not fed, but whatever I touch will soon turn red.
Fire.
You say fire, nothing happens.
Dang.
Do we
15
have to
seconds
create a
left.
Fire?
Elizabeth, do you give any hit points?
I'll get 5.
5 hit points, 30 more seconds.
Gosh.
Does it say the same thing?
It says the same thing. It hasn't changed, but you say fire, nothing happens.
We have to create one.
Yeah, I'm checking to see if I have any. Oh gosh, come on.
Wait, 200 miles an hour.
Or Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. The second it hits the blood, it ignites, burns away. And his door opens. Well done.
Oh, thank heaven.
I'll let you know, without the initiative count 20, I would have taken hit points from all of you just as that base to let you not auto-fail.
Thank you.
So that was too perfect.
Well, it would have been you rush in, see the blood draining, and get that just passive insight of if it drains, you lose. So the initiative count 20 saved this encounter.
Oh,
Let me
gosh.
stop the timer.
It was a wildly good, you guys.
So Elizabeth Monk, just mark down you've lost 6 hit points. Nothing major. But that's how that goes. Well done. Here we go.
I'm so glad that you have mercy on us and choose easy.
Well, it's more than nat 20. I'm
riddles
like, you
for
gotta
us?
honor the nat 20 from the prophet. And so I'm like, that feels right.
This didn't go a little too perfectly for me.
That is.
Well, you're the prophet.
I know, but now I'm scared of what's going to be at the end.
I was already scared. There's no way we get out of this without something terrible happening.
Oh,
We knew
absolutely.
that when we decided to come here.
The next room you enter, high vaulted 20-foot ceilings. The room isn't too wide, maybe 10 feet, but at the other end you see a statue, large, almost barbarian-esque giant of stone, spiked shoulder pauldrons, wicked-looking greatswords in either hand, helmet curved with spikes atop, padded heavy armor around. And in front of you is about 10 feet of raw clay.
Are we still on initiative?
We are no longer in initiative.
Can I make a check really, really, really quick?
Yeah.
Can I look behind us just to make sure no one's following us?
Thank you for doing that.
You look fine? No one's following you.
Okay. I would just hate for somebody to be following us down the staircase and just like,
Ooh, 1 second. I do have to make a check for you first.
never mind.
Please lose another 3rd level spell slot.
It's hallowed.
Is it because he's undead?
But like, I
Unfortunately,
thought it was
not sure
already
yet.
desecrated. Like, shouldn't that change the stats?
You would think.
Here we go. In the clay, a message will appear. Build a champion to fight so you may proceed.
I'm gonna
This
go
is
to the
Tears
clay
of the
and
Kingdom.
just cover myself in clay.
That is so
That
Like
counts.
step forward.
Does he get a point of inspiration for that? That's clever.
I can't give a point of inspiration because you're going to hate what happens next.
Okay.
Metro Man covers himself in clay,
Oh, God.
steps forward. You feel the clay move. As it pushes off of your body, it keeps this shell and does seem to fill in. It doesn't seem hollow, but it becomes a statue of you.
Oh, you have
As
to
the clay
yourself.
hardens as you have built a champion to fight. So
Oh,
you may
no.
proceed.
We're fighting him.
As the
Santa
statue at the
figure.
other end was just a statue.
Come on.
I need everyone to roll a new initiative.
It seems so clever though.
That's-
Like
you gotta know that's exactly the point of it, but nothing was fair. Like, yes, you gave me my best possible scenario.
we should have like
We
rolled an
should have
insight
done
or
a little
something.
death.
Well, no, it makes sense.
I
Like,
thought
build
we
a
were
champion to
fighting
fight.
this
I thought it was clever. I was like, yeah,
Exactly.
that's exactly how he tricked us.
But it's
I
build
got
a
a natural
champion to fight.
20 for a 24.
Hell
Thank
yes.
heaven. Go beat yourself
Oh,
Did
up.
he's
anyone
not
else-
giving him the same, is it? That's not how that works? I hate you. You're sleeping on the
It's
house
Sam! It's his Metro Man. Here we go. Dave Williams, get 20 or higher.
Oh no.
15 or higher?
Yes, 19.
19 for Bob. 10 or higher?
Exactly a 10.
Exactly 10. And
11.
11 for Elizabeth. Moses.
Poetry of this on a nat 1, that's a 3.
Lovely. Miguel?
8.
8.
I
8
did.
grew. Here we go. You all enter initiative against.
Oh, you have the
Clay.
worst days.
We should have just done a little.
I mean, it's
toad
great when
with
you're
it.
on our side, but I'm not gonna.
How'd you know? Would you have trusted a toad to fight the giant statue?
Right? Like we never.
It's.
It was so clever.
I gotta
hate
say,
that we're
it's
being
really
punished for being
clever, and
clever.
I was just more shocked because I'm like, you somehow gave me the coolest part. Metro Man, we're gonna do a quick rollies to see who goes first.
17.
3. Your Metro Man goes first before the clay.
First attack. Super breath. I need him to make a con save.
Okay. What's your con?
Great.
Nat 2.
Okay, +9. He fails. He's gonna take 68 cold damage.
60 cold damage. Ah, nice.
And it's going to be now rolled is 29 cold damage.
29 total points of cold damage. He looks a little bit hurt as ice cracks into the terracotta and clay ceiling.
Second attack, heat vision.
Freeze it, then superheat
Gonna do my.
Because it is made of clay.
Okay,
so
that
even
was
if
not
it's got
much better.
stats.
So I don't hit, so he doesn't have to make a dex save.
Okay.
What did you roll? Do you want a luck point? Would that be worth it?
Oh, I rolled a 7 and a 4, so luck point would be great.
I'll give you a luck point.
Luck point. Stricken luck point as you, Tula, you just shout, look out! And Metro Man, boom, your eyes glow red.
Natural 20.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Dex save.
Dex save. What's your dex save?
It is a DC 15.
That is a.
He gets +4.
Yeah,
That
that
is
is
advantage.
20. Oh, at advantage. 21 was
Okay, so he'll take
Half.
half of the crit, which I'll just double the dice, so he'll take the miss.
Yes. There we go.
So 42 fire damage.
42 fire damage.
Right after the cold damage.
We'll have again from 42 to 21 as the fire seems to make him stronger as it outbakes the clay in.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was brilliant, but again, he is still looking very hurt. Yes, it like only halved it, but there's a certain threshold of fire damage, like a heat vision, that won't just auto heal him
Awesome.
or do stuff.
We learned.
You have
Action
learned.
surge.
Oh damn, that's good.
You're gonna attack him twice. Not raging, but recklessly, because I can do that. That's
Okay,
not.
I will say, Chell's on deck. She's just going to give the help action right now.
Natural 20,
Oh my
With
gosh,
Tohar?
you love to see it.
and
You're really good at beating yourself
not
up.
good.
Do you have some issues?
I don't hit my AC with the second one.
Cool.
Um,
Nat 20 is still going to go well.
What is your AC?
26.
26.
You're ready.
It's Chell's got that 25 too. It's
Oh, sorry.
Certain races have
Tohar
like
deals extra damage on the crit.
It does.
So 15 plus, so 22 magical slashing.
22 magical slashing. Metroman, Clay Metroman, Cletroman, Metro Golem. Metro Golem is going to take his turn.
I'm gonna rage before that. I didn't realize he's
Bonus action rage at the
on me.
Heck yeah, he's going to rage as well.
Okay, finally. I dealt some damage to him.
But he's going to make a quick check. Bob, you're the weakest. He rushes.
Sentinel.
Sentinel, go make an attack.
Oh, that's nice.
That is a. I hit. He has a speed of 0.
Cool.
Hey.
Thank you.
Cool. His 2 attacks are coming in at you.
And he'll take 20 now because he's raging, half to 10 slashing.
20 have 210 because he's raging as well. Cool. Metroman, he hits on a 30 and 29 on you. He is going to deal you. Wow, I rolled a 2 and a 1 on the dice electronically. So that's only gonna be. Wait. He's got buffs though because the clay is giving him magic. So,
Yeah.
but that's just gonna be magical. So, 35 halved. Oh no, force damage, but you still.
Does he assume he Fury?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't
Yep.
Fury, so yeah,
So-
I'll take 35 for it.
35 force damage to Metroman, but that is his turn.
Awesome.
And,
feel good.
it doesn't feel good. Chell, give me help action. Bob Tomeo, you're on deck. Or Bob, it's your turn. Why did I say on deck?
Sorry.
No, I messed that one up. He is looking really, really cracked and broken, right? Like, Metro Man did deal a lot, but Metro Man is also
You're
needy.
welcome.
Yeah.
I'm also
You're welcome for
at
giving us.
79 hit points.
I'd like to cast Inflict Wounds at second level.
You
And
rush over.
on that, I would also like to use my ability to touch death.
Okay. What does that ability give him? Is that the one?
Extra 15.
Yes.
Necrotic.
Cool. He's gonna make a save.
So it's actually an attack.
Oh, right. Inflict wounds. Okay. Roll your attack. So right now, you two.
Oh! I love that Sam looks terrified of you right now.
27.
27 hits the armor class.
Okay. Sam's not going to say anything.
We're gonna see what happens. Here we go. So, make the inflict wounds.
Now I'm frightened. I'm touching the clay, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. No, I was just
Sam
which
is
one of
fighting
you is
because
the
of what
real
you
Metro
said.
Man? And you're not. Yeah, you
Oh,
know.
okay.
I know what you're doing.
It's a cool one.
I know what's happened more so now than I thought I'd.
Here we go. After Bob, Elizabeth's on deck.
What's Uriel the Archangel?
He is the Seraph of.
They all had what, a school of magic?
Yes, they do.
Butcher.
Well, he was
But
the
that's
butcher.
not, like-
His school of magic, like his. I won't say domain because there's actual
category.
domain angels.
What was Gabriel?
Uriel,
Divination.
divination.
Oh, duh.
Your transmutation. I knew that.
Uh,
Because he is the butcher. He destroys.
So that was 14, and then Touch of Death is an additional 15 points, all 29 are necrotic.
Yeah. So I don't
Hey,
think
he's not. He is resistant to that.
he's resistant.
He's not ready. He is resistant.
So
Sam, how was this Metro Man?
horrifyingly broken.
More than average.
Okay,
But
he's
not
looking
like
horrifyingly
I'm a
broken. Bob, you
spellcaster.
boom.
Okay.
At the end of your
Like,
turn,
I'm a fighter that
Elizabeth,
rolled
that
good,
is
if that
your
gives you the
go
answer.
with Tulio on deck.
Okay, remind me. I think
It's my
my
best
offhand
mental
was my
stat.
snake metals and my charms, right?
Yes, you can. They're lightweight.
Okay.
So if you use the mace in one hand, you can use the snake metal in the other,
Yeah.
or you can use your great live or 9 live great sword.
Yeah, but I think I need the +10 to hit him. So
Yep.
I'm gonna use the angelic mace.
Boom, boom, boom. You get ready to uppercut this dude.
Oh, can I bonus action rage?
Yes, you may.
Well, that's a nat 20 on my first
Oh
one. If only it was the 9
my
lines quick sword, but
gosh.
that would have been such a waste of
Nat
a
20,
soul.
go ahead and roll it. I would say a nat 20 could do it, especially with the mace damage.
What is your dex save?
I didn't. I was gonna say he wasn't death's door, but a nat 20.
Doubles, or do I just do roll
You can
2?
either roll the dice and double it, or you can double the dice and take that. It's your choice.
I'm so mad I made a simulacrum of myself.
But it was so clever.
It
Like,
was
that's
that
not
was
on
the
you,
entire
then,
point.
August.
Was I was hoping you guys would be like, let's make a giant seraphim clay statue. I would go, whoa, but this is fun.
So 8 plus 12.
Plus stuff is 20.
Yeah.
He's
Plus, I'm raging, so add. Is that
It should be
plus
plus 3.
So add 6 to that.
6. So close.
Alright, well, hit him again.
Hit him with the snake metal offhand with a light
Well, I
weapon.
still have 2.
Two extra attacks.
2 extra
Barbarian.
attacks. Oh yeah, you can just probably do it with your action. Oh, because you did already use your bonus extra rage, so yeah, you want the action.
I'm saying, oh, so an offhand
That's
is
not
bonus
bad.
action.
Okay,
I
good.
understand.
He doesn't have that.
Does
Okay.
not. Yeah, that's not a proc thing. He doesn't have items or other like crazy abilities. It's just more of a reskin stat block of whatever you guys made. So like if it was Moses, he could not summon the celestials of heaven, right? It was just
Okay.
like, yeah, like
You're fine.
like if it was a spellcaster, you probably wouldn't have had spells either.
Well, it's a 12, so I'm going to reroll with
Reckless. Yep.
That's another nat 20.
Oh my god.
2 crits.
How do you want to do this?
Yay!
I just kind of want to bonk him on the head. I don't know. I'm hoping that I hit him and then y'all just shatters.
Boom! Fun fact, he does shatter, and I need yourself, Bob, Metro Man, being the ones closest to make dexterity saving throws
Shrapnel.
as shrapnel explodes out of him.
Hey, I don't think I have
Tulio,
disadvantage on
Miguel,
that one.
Shell,
Here,
and
these are 2 mental
Altivo.
stats.
Yeah,
Brain
it is.
damage.
Oh, and you actually have advantage, Elizabeth, because it's a dex save you can see.
Oh, that's true.
14 will succeed. It's not a crazy DC. There will just be some shrapnel coming out on you guys. guys.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, excellent. I'm gonna say on a nat 20 you're fine. You're in a pocket now.
Awesome.
15.
15 still succeeds. Okay, this is going to be
So everybody succeeded?
14 have to 7 points of damage for Metro Man and
What kind of damage is it?
Elizabeth. Oh, it's piercing, so 3.
Yay.
3.
So Metro Man, how many hit points do you have right now? 76, alright.
That's more than my max.
I'm not quite bloodied yet, but I'm
Not quite bloody,
feeling
but
great.
Metro Man's not feeling great.
I'm gonna
Yes,
Why
Elizabeth,
are
you
so
take
low?
the
I think
7.
you got so hurt.
Gave up hit
I
points
took
in.
rage
I
because
hit-
I'm raging.
Terracotta me smacked me twice.
Right, there we go. I was like,
I was raging, so I get half.
With
right?
force
Oh,
damage.
you also
Yeah.
have it. So yeah, only 3 points for you as well, Elizabeth.
Okay, well, I'm gonna second win.
you
Second
have
win.
the grossest build of just all the levels that you took.
It normally wouldn't be very good, but Metro Man is a superhuman, so it works.
He tries. Here we go. You guys destroy the terracotta and you watch this terracotta and the statue at the end.
4 hit points.
4 hit points. All of you. Only 4?
I rolled a 2, and I have 2 levels of fighter.
Yeah. You guys watch the statue crumbles away and you move on into the next room.
Can I pocket some of this terracotta?
You actually see the terracotta is already starting to turn to fine dust, right? It is like you think the magic of the enchantment of this room was what was keeping it together.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. You all move forward as you have.
Have I begun to notice the spell slots are waning?
Give me an insight check on yourself. So you're gonna make an insight and then you're gonna make a deception.
Insight 9.
Deception.
That's cocked.
Yeah.
Well, insight 9.
9
plus 9, so 18.
18 insight. Okay.
And then deception
Yeah.
21.
You aren't sure if the magic's leaving you or if something is drawing it away. I think you have just enough of like, you're not feeling great in this place.
So like, I know that I'm not going to be able to use it at least now.
You know, yeah, it's that weird, again, feeling of like, if on a scale of like 1 to 3, I have one more third level spell slot, whatever that means, right? Like,
Yeah.
So it's that odd feeling of like, it doesn't feel great, but without getting your deception, it's that feeling of like, I feel drained.
Yeah.
Like when it's like, hey, I didn't do an extra big workout, I've been working normal hours, why am I feeling tired?
Yeah.
And there's something
I
just
think
behind your mind.
I'm going to tell the party, and I think the way that Bob would phrase it is, hey guys, I think this tomato is nauseous.
I need Miguel and Tulio to each roll me a d4 because I forgot to do it last time.
Why?
How does this
I
make
know.
me nauseous?
That's a 4.
Okay.
That's a 3.
Okay.
Can you eat if you eat something? Will it
3 hours and 20 minutes have passed.
That might be actually.
All of you walk into a gigantic room. 300 feet across. Maybe a cool 240, 50 wide. Many tunnels do lead in here. But in the middle of the room, surrounded by small lakes of water, is a simple, hewn out of rock with some rough tool, maybe bone and iron, is a fountain. Something that is catching this beautiful stalactite that drips down every so often into the fountain. The fountain has small pools that kind of drip over the sides, and you see they form both the waters from the sides and from the top and have coalesced into these small lakes underground.
Whose pocket are you in to make sure you don't touch any water?
I'll let
You
you
said
come
you
here.
scooped me up earlier,
I
right?
did earlier, yeah.
I'll just have stuck with you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Let me know if you're gonna go in the water, and then I'll
Not
be
bad.
up.
That's
Just show
not
me
in the
the
water. Don't
Yeah.
dip yourself in the water.
Oh yeah, no.
If you
yeah.
guys take the time, you can carefully move around the lakes. And again, I say lakes, they're just big ponds. And approach the fountain. As you all approach the fountain, you see that the water reflects clear, crystalline. This pool has been, again, a harsher, kind of like andesite-looking rock that simply reflects into the bottom, maybe about 2 feet, but you all can feel intense, radiating power. Here comes the last D4. Yeah. You don't want a 4. That is a 1, meaning, Moses, you have 30 minutes left of your fly speed.
Okay.
But after 3 hours and 13 minutes, what's the save?
Save for what?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
No?
Let's see here. Oh, okay.
I don't like any of this.
Can all of you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Are we all in close proximity to Le Paladin?
Yes.
I do have to ask, is it a charmed thing?
It is technically a charm thing.
Excellent. Advantage.
So what?
It's a charmed condition, technically.
I can't remember. It's exhaustion only get disadvantage on.
It's ability checks.
All, so
Wisdom
does the
save.
saving throw count?
No.
No.
So we do get advantage.
I rolled a nat.
Okay.
You want to know what sucks? Is I have disadvantage, and the first one was a nat 20. I'm sorry.
Oof. Yeah. Oh, cause it. Yeah.
Because of your, yeah.
What is your aura again?
I get
Plus
it.
3.
We're all in.
You are all in proximity to, because you're all around the fountain. What was Tulio's save?
Sorry, I'm still doing math.
What was Elizabeth's save?
15.
What was
22.
okay? Moses.
Let's see. So that's 14 plus 11, 25.
17.
It was wisdom?
Wisdom.
21.
Yep.
It's a DC 25, ain't it?
Elizabeth and Metro Man fail. As
This is Dumbo and the freaking Bayou all over again. You always build the most broken characters, and the DM
Bob
yoinks you.
the Tomato casts Hypnotic Pattern on the party and does not
Really?
shout baubles.
I
You two
forgot to
are
say-
charmed, you're incapacitated, and your speed is 0.
You did not forget. It was on purpose.
Bob had no clue, as Bob has cast 2 sendings and a hypnotic pattern while down here.
Oh,
That's why he was
where this
losing
is
spell
going.
slots, because he was casting
If
spells.
we did cast a charm, then
You are
don't we have
completely
to make a
enthralled.
saving throw?
By Pedro
We
de
just made
Alvarado,
that.
your master right now.
It was a wisdom saving.
As last
What?
night,
Send
Pedro
sendings
That's
to
what we just
Pedro.
rolled for.
Pedro de Alvarado found you in Far, Far Away after your meeting with Larry. You told him all of your plans, all of your items, all of the goals.
Oh,
You
no.
gave him sendings informing him of the exact location, what to look out for, how to perfectly avoid even the best perception checks.
Oh no.
All of you stand around the fountain and see,
Right.
coming in from the northwest,
Right.
Alvarado with 3 vampiric hunters behind him.
Can I slowly hop over to them?
You're about to hop and realize you're surrounded by water, so you won't be able to walk there
Master.
yet. You see him go, wonderful, from the northeast. Chum, 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 chum. Riding forward astride a black horse, Cortez with Ponce de Leon and a recently resurrected Pizarro and Aguirre.
They have resurrections to drop?
Cortez does.
That's disgusting.
What level
From
is
the southeast,
No.
a gigantic stone jaguar
No.
with
We were
Zeko
in
Khan walking forward atop. You see ghouls, dark creatures summoned by this lich approach. And from the southwest, Moses, you feel a sharp pain. I need you to make me a con save at disadvantage. I should say, I do have to roll for this. Fuck, it's a nat 20. I'm so sorry.
You can roll that 20?
No, that's for the damage.
Oh gosh.
I nat 20 to hit you with something, and because I realized I'm like, technically I have to hit. That's a nat 20. Okay, let me. That's gonna suck for you, my guy.
17.
17. Okay. Not great. Here we go.
No bueno.
No.
17? Are you sure? Okay. Nope, that it is what it is. Moses. You feel yourself completely restrained as webs of shadow bind your wrists and hands down towards the ground, coming from the southwest tunnel. A woman, horns atop her head, large wings surrounded by demons. It has been long since I've hunted prophet! As the fury that was sent after you has come.
Because we were warned about that.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
And I still have disadvantage on this.
Still have disadvantage. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session, gang.
Barbarians
Tune in next time for a fight at the Fountain of Youth.
17 initiative.
See you then.
16.